I see right there. I got it. I'll share it in a minute whenever we get to whenever you got to type it out and everything. That way Mo can keep track of it and stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the chat. See the IHOP, man, they cooking you in the chat, man.
I ain't even, bro. I'm not gonna lie, y'all brought back bullying for real because I haven't touched IHOP in like 2 weeks.
You are not gonna live this down.
I didn't even see the chat until now. Like I'm just now looking. I'm seeing like IHOP steak comments and stuff. So
that was an egregious combo.
Put the steak in the bag.
Oh my god, bro!
Wait, what?
Why are we starting every week with this?
We're not gonna. This man Mo eats steak IHOPs for breakfast. I don't know. I understand. It's weird.
Steak and eggs, bro.
Steak and eggs from
IHOP though?
Yeah, IHOP. It's crazy.
Oh,
it's cheap. It's the cheapest spot to get it.
Yo, your insides must be fried.
No, but listen, Trent,
I've lost 15 pounds in 2 months, so it's working.
Stop, because we're not talking now. We're back to it. We got to talk about the most important part. It's not that he gets it from IHOP. It's not that he eats steak and eggs for breakfast, Trent. When asked how often he does this, he said, and I quote, 4 to 5 times a week.
Yeah, that's egregious.
I stopped though.
God.
Mo has reached.
Mo.
What you it wasn't even the fact. It wasn't even the fact that he was eating. It's the fact that he prefers steak from IHOP.
Okay, so and also too, Mo.
And he don't like cereal. No, he don't eat cereal.
No. It's not that I don't like cereal. It's that I just don't eat it like that.
Mo, how do you like your steak?
Medium to medium well.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Breakfast though is kind of crazy.
My goat Lewis is here. I shouldn't be a goat, bro. Everybody should be a goat.
Everybody's got a goat, you know. Everybody's got a goat. Everybody should respect Jack Perry. That's crazy.
Absolutely not.
That comments towards Lewis. It's not towards me.
Yeah, nah. Chris was fucking saying that the entire show, and bro, you'll see it in the vlog on the Rated M channel. But the moment he mentioned Jack Perry, my face was like, I couldn't even smile. I wish I caught it on camera when Jack Perry came out on Collision because I was kind of angry. I literally screamed "fuck," and then some dude with kids behind me was like, "Hey, can you settle down?" I told him no, but
wow.
You know,
yeah, you will.
All right, so for the people, some people may remember we did an episode about this about over a year ago, but it was on a different platform. We're going to be redoing the list of top 10 greatest wrestlers of the last decade, so from 2014 until now, and we're doing wrestlers, so it's every company included. It's not just WWE; it's men and women also included as well. If there are people who want to vouch for people to be on the list, we did this list. I don't know, over maybe a year and a half ago, and it got nasty.
That was probably the nastiest that any of our shows have gotten. I'm not looking forward to this.
This one should not be.
Can I go first?
Well, we got to put it in order too.
You went first last time, Lewis.
I did.
Yeah, you literally the first. You said, literally. I remember you were sitting back with your sunglasses with your hood over your head. And you said, "Well, we're not going to debate three I'm about to name." And
you know what, Jade? Fuck me.
Hold on. So last time we did this list, the list shouldn't be hard.
You know what, Jade? We got for an episode like this.
Yeah. There we go.
The names of the people shouldn't be hard. Maybe the order can be debated and stuff like that. But last time we did this, just to brief everybody's memory and stuff like that. We did this list about a year ago, and it was a different podcast at the time and everything. But there were names that I thought were going to be clear cut, like for sure, like
Roman Reigns.
And there were people vouching that Roman Reigns shouldn't be on the list.
That's
there were people saying Moxley shouldn't be on the list. I think Cody didn't make the list at the time. There were some other people that were left off as well.
Do we remember the real?
I think Brian Danielson was left off the list as well. Like
who did?
It was
Danielson.
It was pretty outrageous. It got disgusting.
Well, to be fair, that was before Danielson went on this crazy year and a half run that he just had.
Okay. All right.
And the 2 years. That's why we said that. Mox, I don't know if anybody gave a good reason why he was off the list.
I think somebody said because his style of matches are hardcore matches. Something like that.
Nate, bitch.
Yeah, that's when they say he's a hardcore match.
But I'm like, well, that doesn't mean he can't. It got nasty real quick. What actually threw me off because Lewis did go first because he said all 3 Shield members should be on here, and then somebody immediately said
Said
that
Roman shouldn't be.
on here.
I remember I said Kenny,
That's when I knew it was gonna be bad.
Okada,
It got bad.
Roman.
It got bad quick. It
You
got
said
bad quick.
Seth. You said the three I'm about to name: Seth, Kenny, and Okada. And then Nate was like, nope, no Roman, and then that's where the fucking chaos started.
Yeah.
It got bad really quick.
Now again, I will say, just at that time, I was on Nate's side. Now, with the benefit of retrospect and 2 years or whatever having passed, Roman Reigns is solidly in my top 10 now. But at the time, I was still hinging because the Bloodline story was yet to be finished. But I'm not going to argue that anymore. I was, again, 2 years ago, I believe that, but nowadays, no.
So I just want to throw a suggestion. I think all of us should be respectful and put Becky Lynch at 10. Just to start it off.
Cook.
I mean, I think there's a conversation that Becky might be higher depending on who else we put on the list. I got to wait and see it, but.
So wait, Malik, can we just put 10 superstars first and then order them?
Yeah.
Or do you want to order them off rip?
Let's just come up with 10 superstars.
All right, Becky. Yeah, Becky should be.
Let's do it.
I'll be nasty and put a woman first, just to.
Becky Lynch is the only woman that should be on here. So, by the way,
Becky 1.
Yeah.
Becky.
If we do this show in 2 more years, then Rhea's going to be on the list. But
Yeah.
Probably.
like she's borderline already, quite honestly.
Well, to be honest, Becky, Rhea, and Bianca. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Bianca and Rhea are both already borderline. Asuka is borderline. Bayley is borderline. But Becky with the WrestleMania stuff, the multiple world championships, and you just can't.
Dude, she went 3 years with being a champion.
Yeah,
3 straight calendar years. That's
literally
ridiculous.
literally only lost the title the first time because she went to have a baby.
Yeah.
It's
only
ridiculous.
woman to say that she was the face of WWE too. So that holds a lot of weight.
First woman as the cover of a video game. I mean, the list goes on.
That don't count. That game don't count.
First undisputed women's champion ever.
That game does
Becky
not
Lynch
count.
is a what they call needle movers especially for women's wrestling. You go back and look at what women's wrestling used to be compared to what it is now. She's helped. Obviously, there's other people along the way. She didn't do it by herself, but she's helped transcend of what it really means. I mean, 10 years ago, we're talking this 2014 till now. Even 10 years ago, you go back to 2014, nobody would have ever said a woman could be the face of the WWE. So Becky Lynch is the only woman who's has that under her resume as of right now. So we'll just write down 10 names that we think, and then we'll put them in order. So this is not in order as of right now, but we have Becky Lynch on here first. I think we all already agreed on Roman Reigns, so you can go ahead and put him on here as well.
So AJ,
write him down, and then we will.
AJ's not what?
I said it's AJ obvious, right?
Yeah.
AJ Styles is obvious, yes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's gonna be a quick episode. Seth Rollins, right?
Seth.
Yeah.
All the Shield members should be on here. All the
Kenny and Okada. Yeah, Kenny Okada and John Moxley.
I want to see who else we think. I'm still iffy on Moxley. I want to see who else.
I don't
know. I got a name for you. I don't know how you ever feel, but I don't know. Gunther, bro. He kind of up there, man.
He needs.
That's a name we can put to the side. We can put to the side.
Malik,
are we leaving Cody off, or is he?
I was gonna say you can want to say Cody instead of Gunther.
No, Cody be on here for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I have one. Just so I know. Ospreay.
No.
Here's
what I'll say about the problem with Ospreay that I have, when we're talking about the 10 wrestlers of the past decade, is the man does not have a world title run that has solidified him as the best in the world. Look at everybody on here; they have had a world title run in the past 10 years that solidified him. The only world title Will Ospreay had, on the main level, he had to give it up 3 months in because he got hurt. And I'm sorry, like, it is what it is.
Bryan Danielson was somebody that we talked about. Is it unanimous?
Can we do another list of like names that could potentially be on here just to have them? You know what I'm saying? On the yeah. So we'll put down like Danielson,
because another name who, even though he doesn't say a thing publicly that I agree with, I think personally I'm not a fan of him at all. But Chris Jericho needs to be in the discussion. For everything he's done in the last 10 years.
Hey Jade, I'm gonna give you another name. Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, it's been.
If we're doing the like what they did entirely in their careers, Drew was TNA heavyweight champion. He won the Feast or Fired.
Yeah.
He became NXT champion, main evented Mania, was the face of WWE. put on arguably one of the greatest storylines of all time this year.
Are we going to? And I'm asking. I'm asking because I don't know how all of you feel. How do we feel about putting aside everything that's ongoing with Brock Lesnar? I mean, because if you do, I mean, 2014 coincides with the ending of the streak, and then that next 10 years he dominated. So, I mean,
Lesnar's a name we could discuss.
We can discuss Lesnar.
I think Brock is a name that could be in the conversation for sure. So, I mean,
Lesnar's a name that could be discussed.
Honestly, listen, I know he wasn't here for the full 10, but what CM Punk has done the last 4 years, bro, he has to be considered. His impact on professional wrestling in these last 4 years, it's arguably bigger than most of the people we got here.
Is there other names you guys want to throw out there? Any other suggestions we should discuss?
Let me see. Who else could we really think of? Who can we really think of?
You're on mute, Mo.
Charlotte Flair should be in the conversation.
Who?
Charlotte?
In the convo. No,
she might have to be in.
Honestly, if Becky's in the conversation, Charlotte has to at least be in the conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Charlotte has been right there with Becky for most of everything she's done, including the WrestleMania main event. And I know a lot of people don't want to say it. I think Charlotte's a better in-ring worker than Becky Lynch. So,
no doubt.
So if we're doing that, if we go back the past 10 years, that means we're counting NXT runs, and Bayley is holds a lot of weight, bro. Bayley holds a lot of weight.
Should be in the convo. All right. Put her there.
What about Adam Cole?
Yeah, Adam Cole and Jay Lethal, both.
And
Bobby Lashley. Okay. Cole, Lashley, and Lethal.
Man, we only got 2 slots left. We're saying everyone on the list is definitely in, and then all these names we're considering for
could be
2 spots.
Could be.
Well, then we got to start taking people out because this is a big list for 2 spots.
What was the last one you said? He said Cole, Lethal, and who?
Lashley. Lashley made the list last time, so. But
I don't know. For me, Danielson.
It's crazy how much a year changes everything, bro. Hey.
Man, it definitely does.
All
right, so we gotta start.
Are we done with names? Are we done with names now?
Unless you got another name you want to throw.
We got to stop at some point. I mean,
somebody said in the chat MJF. You guys want to put him down or no?
No. Fuck no. The past 10? Crazy. Yeah, crazy. The CZW title 25? Moves y'all? The CZW title moves y'all?
Not for the purposes of this list.
But here's the thing: if we're putting MJF, if we could put Punk, we can probably put MJF.
Yeah, I'm not
MJF
gonna
doesn't have the impact Punk has. So. MJF doesn't have the impact Punk has. Because Punk's impact goes beyond AEW. Like, it went to WWE. Like,
that is also true.
Two groundbreaking returns, and then, the biggest draw AEW's ever had by a country mile, and then Punk comes back, becomes one of WWE's best draws by a country mile, puts on one of the greatest stories we've ever seen. Like, MJF ain't nowhere near Punk, all due respect. All right, not gonna lie, I'm only gonna take him off because of the quality. I think really dips him down a lot, and that's Jericho. His impact on AEW is great. But when that dude gets into the squared circle, he gets worse every time.
Yeah, respectfully, I thought he should at least be in the conversation, but I'm not going to fight Jericho not being on the list. So I'm down.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Hey Jay, they said wouldn't EO be in the convo because of her work at Stardom?
EO wouldn't. EO, the only convo EO's in is Io Shirai. I forgot about
that.
That's crazy.
Hey Mo, he ain't
That's disgusting, bro. That's crazy.
A little bit, especially in 2024. 2024. I mean, hey.
Although I'm glad we're gonna get EO versus Liv at some point because that'll be the spot where I take my kid to brush his teeth for bed.
Wow,
so.
That's crazy.
Wow.
All right, another name I kind of want to.
EO is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Another name that I'm looking at that I'm not.
Oh, chat says Bianca Belair.
Bianca's a good name too.
It is.
Bianca's cool.
So I got a question for y'all. How y'all
Yeah,
feel
but
about
but Bianca's
Yeah,
Bianca's height didn't start until 2021. That's 7 years missing.
So I
Yeah,
got a question for y'all.
Take her off.
Just for somebody in
Yeah.
the to put somebody in the
Take her
combo.
off.
How y'all feel about Randy?
no,
No.
he hasn't
I
had
wouldn't
a
put
lot
Randy
of he hasn't had a lot of quality like that. Really
So
like that.
what I'll say is this about Randy Orton. Roman Reigns, this is going to be the main argument for Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns in the last 10 years has made himself a top 10 WWE superstar of all time. Randy Orton's done the same thing, but that's purely down to longevity, not actually what he did.
Yeah. His feud with Drew, really good. The stuff he did with RK Bro, really good. Obviously, huge credit for coming back from the injury that he came back from. And then the story stuff he's doing now with Kevin Owens, really good. But in total, a fairly quick title reign, the one Royal Rumble victory, obviously, to speak of. But again, the match quality with Orton, I think more about the stories and the moments, and I think the in-ring part of it is just missing a little bit. Now, if we're talking about top 10 stars from the previous 10 years, Orton's in the top 3. But these last 10 years, I don't know about Orton. I'm not sold on that.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Awesome.
all right, so instead of taking a name off, I want to put a name for the last remaining 2. I still think Adam Cole has a strong grip. If we look at, since we're counting what they did in their entire career, still Ring of Honor World Champion, still the only man to hold 3 Ring of Honor World titles, main evented a Final Battle, competed at a Wrestle Kingdom. He's Triple Crown and all that for Ring of Honor. So he did that from like 2014 up until he left in like 2017. And then in NXT, we ain't gotta talk about what he did. Arguably the greatest of all time, longest reigning NXT, still the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. First ever North American champion. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winner, tag champ. So second ever Triple Crown winner, and main event of multiple takeovers. And then and then although his AEW run the last year and a half has been riddled with injuries, he main evented the biggest show AEW ever had, which was All In. So if this man is main eventing the most box office takeovers, if he main evented the most box office AEW pay-per-view they've ever had, if he's main eventing Final Battle, which is Ring of Honor's WrestleMania, I don't see how this man is off the list.
That's a good name to throw out there.
That's not what I say. Like I said, I'm not opposed to him, Cole, because we already know his resume is OD.
I think we all should just go through the list and just pick 2 that we want, and then see what everybody else.
All right. Well, so here's the thing. I think the first name we need to look at is Lesnar, because if we're not thinking about all the out of the ring stuff, I have no idea how we keep Lesnar off this list.
I do.
No idea.
I do. His quality is bad.
His quality dipped
bad. 2017 to 2019 was insufferable.
Bad?
2017 to 2019 was
flat
out.
One of the worst. That Universal Championship run is one of the just worst title runs I've ever seen, regardless of any title. That's one of the worst.
So that brings to mind. I mean, are we holding booking against everybody on the list or just Lesnar?
We did it for Jericho. His quality dipped down, which is why he's not on the list.
That's true. Like Lesnar, those first 3 years of the decade, the first 3 years of the decade, or 2 years, I should say, 2014 to 2016 was good, was great, even. Right. But then when you go to 2017, that run, and then the whole feud with Roman Reigns in 2018, you go to 2019, the boring feud with Seth Rollins, the Kofi squash, and then he was gone for a bunch of. And then
I hate to do this. I hate to do this. But I have to bring it back because this sounds eerily similar to the conversation, to the point that Nate Axel and I made last time about why Roman shouldn't be on the list, because most of his last 10 years was spent doing shitty matches in shitty feuds in shitty stories, suffering succotash, all that shit. And I was told that I was crazy for holding that against him, but now suddenly we want to apply that rule to Lesnar. I just need to understand.
I mean, can you not say that the quality between Roman and Brock is not like night and day?
No, I don't. Especially not in those first, and not if you take out the last 4 years and you compare everything Roman did before that to everything Brock did. No, I don't think it's.
I mean, but you can't do that though, because even though we don't like the big dog, Roman still had matches where he was cooking. And then plus, we don't even got to talk about all the bloodline shit that's been going on.
And
since,
a lot of the bad stuff.
I was gonna.
A lot of the bad stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the bad stuff that includes a lot of the bad stuff that we're talking about with Big Dog includes Brock Lesnar. The majority of the bad stuff we're talking about includes Brock Lesnar. That 2018 as a whole is probably the Big Dog's worst year, and that's why, because he was feuding with Brock Lesnar that entire year.
And I feel like the difference with Roman Reigns is I understand like the bad with the suffering succotash and the Big Dog, but like Roman Reigns' quality is out of this world. Like arguably the greatest title reign ever, arguably the greatest storyline we've ever seen. The dude moved up to barely be out of the top 5 in WWE history. He's arguably depending how this bloodline thing goes, he's probably the only man that would probably argue against Undertaker about having the greatest character of all time. So the man has his foot in the door for the greatest something in 3 different categories, even though he has the bad with suffering succotash and Big Dog. With Lesnar, there hasn't really been, aside from the Roman stuff aside, the feud with Lashley sucked. The shit with Lashley sucked.
Yeah, the last 4 years has been
Brock,
mid.
Brock versus Danielson, Brock versus AJ, Brock versus Finn, Brock in the Rumble. I mean, I don't really. Main evented Brock WrestleMania, God knows how many times. Brock versus Roman for the last 4 years is cooked. I'm not seeing the logic. I'm not identifying the logic here. I don't really understand how we go one way with one guy and then the complete opposite way with the other guy. I don't know. It just feels weird to me. That's all I can say. It just feels off. It doesn't feel right.
I feel like Roman's greatness has outweighed his bad to this point, and Brock Lesnar's bad has not outweighed his good, or has outweighed his good. That's where I feel like. I don't think they're the same. I think they both have had. I think they both have had shitty booking. I think they both have been shitty, but I think Roman did a fucking 360. Lesnar did a 180. Like I don't know.
Cowboy
if you look
Brock,
at 2020 forward, he hasn't been there a lot. Like if you look at 2024, Roman Reigns spent 4 years mostly being there. Brock Lesnar the last 4 years hasn't really been there.
He was there once every 3 months, Mo. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. Listen, with Brock, all I'll say is you guys are lucky. I don't want to say lucky. That's the wrong way of putting it. It's for the purposes of this debate. Everything that happened with Brock outside of the ring, if that stuff wasn't at play, I'd be fighting this a lot harder. I really do not see the logic in y'all's arguments.
Yeah, Brock. I don't think Brock made it last time either, though.
But
there's people against him last time we did this.
But my problem is not Brock making the list versus not making the list. My issue is Brock not making the list for the exact same reasons that we wanted Roman to not make the list last time, and suddenly the rules seem to have
Brock doesn't have the quality of work in the 2010s.
I completely disagree.
What?
There's no storyline. Brock Lesnar's done.
Hold on. Let Jay make his argument because I want to hear it.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't understand how when you look at the long term over the course of 10 years and you look at the big time matches that Brock has been involved in, not every match he's been in has been great, fair enough. But I feel like over the course of the entire 10 years, if you're asking me to say, hey, name matches of Brock Lesnar that you could go back and watch repeatedly, and then name matches of Roman Reigns that you could go back and watch repeatedly. Most of the Roman Reigns matches, especially up to 2021, involve Brock Lesnar. Meanwhile, with Lesnar, I could go back and watch the 2021 or the 2020 Royal Rumble, Finn Balor, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, the Fatal 4-Way, stuff with Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe. I just feel like it's at least balanced, and the idea that Roman's career versus Brock's career is just such an imbalanced thing, as you guys are saying. I don't see it.
You mentioned Braun Strowman and Samoa Joe as arguments. Those 2 matches were putrid.
Yeah.
The buildups were good. The aftermath ruined both guys for a while.
But when you talk about putrid, there's a difference to me between a match being so bad it's good and a match being bad. And Brock Lesnar clashing with a guy that's his size is at least fun to watch. When you're talking about putrid with Roman Reigns, you're starting to get into some funky territory, my friend. Roman versus Jinder Mahal springs to mind.
But Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe was
bad.
just.
But that was okay. So I'm gonna Roman Jinder Mahal. I'm gonna explain why that's not fair. Because Roman having to feud with Jinder Mahal is a result of that Brock Lesnar terrible Universal title reign. If Brock Lesnar had simply just lost the Universal title at WrestleMania, we wouldn't have had to deal with all that bullshit.
Sorry, Mo. I was just moving these goalposts for you. There we go. So there we go. Go ahead.
How is that moving the goalposts?
I just can't. It just feels like I'm jumping down a well here. Again, everything that happened outside of the ring, I'm not going to sit here and argue for Brock. It's whatever. But as you guys are giving me all these reasons, and it just feels very reminiscent, and I don't understand the difference between the argument we had last time and the argument we had this time. I'm just not.
Here's the difference. The simple way I can break it down. One went on a super generational run that catapulted him outside of the top 5 within WWE history. The other one is nowhere near that. That's the simple way I could put it.
Okay, I don't know.
You think Brock has enough quality to put his foot next to Roman?
There was 3 years where Brock Lesnar was the worst part of Raw.
I understand. All right, 24.
Yes,
defeating the streak and Cena, I understand. And then from there on, mid. Roman was mid, became good, great, amazing, elite, GOAT status. Like that's the transition.
So you're saying, let me just make sure I understand. You're saying that because the good stuff with Roman came towards the end, you prefer him over Brock, whereas Brock started good and then got worse over time. So now, and again, one could claim that sounds a lot like recency bias, which is not a good thing for an argument.
We just did the same thing with Jericho because he started strong and then he's just fell off.
Extremely bad. The thing with Brock,
it's the same thing with Jericho.
Brock started off better, but
Jericho never reached the levels that Brock Lesnar did over the past 10 years.
That's also true.
But again, Roman Reigns went on this generational run that arguably can put him in GOAT status. Brock Lesnar doesn't have what Roman has.
It just feels like I feel like I'm in a situation where I have to pick one versus the other.
Let's compare the moments, right? Because
I'm arguing that both of them should be on the list. I'm not saying take.
Oh yeah, Roman locked. Roman locked.
If Brock's on the list, I think he should be at the lower end of it.
No, I don't think he deserves to be on the list at all.
I get the arguments. You look at the moments, right? Brock Lesnar ending the streak, Roman's championship run. I say they're kind of pretty equal because Brock taking the streak is legendary. Roman had a run that nobody could have even fathomed that would have happened in this era, right? Legendary stuff. Conquering Super Cena, that was big. Roman helped elevating the Bloodline storyline, maybe the best storyline we've ever seen, right? Then you compare the championship runs. I mean, yes, Brock had a lot of bad. Roman's also had a lot of bad with the big dog stuff. And then the booking always comes down to, right? You know, it always comes down to the structure. Name value, you can argue, but Brock is box office. Roman is box office now. So, I mean, I understand the argument and appeal there. I just feel like the big dog, the way I'm looking at it, we're talking about the bad. The big dog Roman had its bad times, but I mainly think the reason it was bad for people is just because of what they were trying to present Roman as and how they were trying to portray him like as the next John Cena when people didn't want another John Cena at that time. And it didn't feel like Roman's authentic self. You know what I mean? Like it just felt rushed. You know, you go back and look after the Shield broke up the next year, Roman's in the WrestleMania main event against Brock. And it didn't really like feel like a true WrestleMania main event type, at least to me at that time frame in 2015. I didn't feel like Roman had reached that level. So it felt very forced that you could tell WWE wanted Roman as the guy, and they pretty much felt like, you know, it felt forced upon the fans, and the fans didn't like that, you know. I think there was a period of time where Lesnar was doing some cool stuff, but at least for me, it got insufferable to watch Brock, you know, do what he was doing, especially when he was Universal Champion. Like, the storylines weren't good. His match quality and stuff wasn't good. Like, it just, for some people, you know, some people said, like, I feel like he just didn't care enough, you know, and Brock has the ability to kind of do things his own way sometimes. So I don't know if necessarily that's, you know, the ultimate idea, but it got to a point where I never felt it was like insufferable to watch Roman stuff. I felt bad for his booking, and I wish his booking had been different. But there was a time where, like, it felt like very, like, suffocating to watch what Brock Lesnar was doing in WWE for a couple of years, mainly just through that championship run, like that year and a half, and then 2019, the Money in the Bank stuff, and then the repetitive storyline with Seth Rollins, the Cain Velasquez stuff after, like it got really bad with Brock, where it just felt like, at least to me, I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, so I'm just speaking just how I was watching it at that time frame. It felt really insufferable to watch what Lesnar was doing in that time frame. I never had that same feeling with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I feel like this is all coming off as me being a Brock Lesnar mark. I think I've made it pretty clear. I'm not.
I love Brock.
But for the purposes of this debate, it's just, I don't know. I feel like Roman and Brock both belong on the list, and I feel like the arguments that I'm getting are for Roman over Brock. It's not like we have one spot on the list left and we're trying to decide if it's Roman versus Brock. It's for me, it's Brock versus everyone else on the list, and the heights he reached versus the heights that everyone else on this list reached.
I mean, Lesnar not being on the list is crazy. I don't know if I can say I could put him on there yet. I mean, we can still leave him up there, but there's some other people that I think we still should
like to me, what I'm looking at is just overall quality. And to me, when I compare Brock, for example, to a guy like Adam Cole, I think Adam Cole washes Brock everywhere. I think he's had better stories than Brock. I think he's had better title reigns than Brock. I think he's had way better matches than Brock. Obviously, Brock is Brock. He's going to bring money in the name value. So if you value that, that's great. But I think overall, when it comes to the product, I think Adam Cole has done way more than Brock Lesnar.
Well, I think this comes down to, I think, how do I phrase this?
Because if we really doing this, I could say you can't find me a match that's better than Gargano and Cole at New York. Can't find me a better title reign than the NXT title reign than Adam Cole had compared to Brock.
So hold on. So all I was going to say, Lewis, all I was trying to say is that this feeds into the primary differences that you and I have had when we've had conversations like this, because as someone who is training to be a wrestler, obviously you are looking more at in-ring work, storytelling, whereas someone who is more on the outside of the business, who has never been involved in the business, I can't look at the way that Brock Lesnar has been presented and just make it very easy to just take him off the list, sleight of hand like that.
So I have a question, not arguing with you. So with your criteria that you have with Brock Lesnar, are you willing to put your pride aside to put the same logic to CM Punk and put him on the list?
Well, no, because 2014 is lit. Well, hold on. 2014 is literally the year that CM Punk left. And then for all intents and purposes was gone for 7 of the 10 years. He goes to AEW and has a very short, successful, turbulent run that leads in him leaving. He goes to WWE and has one incredible feud, right? Remarkable feud with Drew McIntyre, and that's all there is to speak of. So what we're really looking at is one world championship reign in AEW and one remarkable feud with Drew McIntyre over the course of 10 years with CM Punk. I don't think that that's even remotely close to
I agree.
Brock Lesnar.
So where I'm looking at when it comes to Punk and Lesnar is, I'm not saying he's close to Lesnar. I'm just applying the logic you put for Lesnar on Punk, because yes, Punk was away for a very long time, but since Punk has came back, his impact on the wrestling business, it's stronger than ever. The man sold out Rampage with a rumor. The man became the biggest box office draw AEW has ever had by a country mile. The man was a 2-time AEW champion, had one of the greatest feuds we've seen with MJF, and then goes to WWE, has one of the most shocking returns we've ever seen, goes back to WWE, still becomes one of the biggest box office draws they've ever had by a country mile, and having a legendary feud with Drew McIntyre. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to the name value and the money, I think CM Punk is right there with Brock Lesnar.
Right, but that implies that hold on.
And I think you could argue CM Punk's quality overtakes Lesnar too.
That implies that what I didn't say a minute ago, or what I didn't intend to say, Lewis, was that you look at only one thing and I look at only one other thing.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the things that we look at first is the reason why you're so quick to dismiss Lesnar and I'm so quick to defend him. But again, I take the total package into account. So taking the total package into account, fully not denying and never having denied the impact that CM Punk shortly had on AEW and the impact that he's had on WWE since he came back, the body of work just doesn't compare because of how long he was gone and because he was out with an injury for so long in AEW and then out with an injury for so long in WWE. He's had one good feud and one good title reign, and the body of work just doesn't compare. So regardless of how successful CM Punk was from a money-making perspective, I can't put him on the list because of all the time that he missed.
What are you going to say?
Yeah,
Bro?
so I have a question.
I respect that. I respect that.
So you guys left off, basically. So you guys left off Danielson for 2 years. If we're leaving off Danielson for only 2 years being gone, we got to leave off Punk for 7 years.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fine.
To me, like I said, Adam Cole, out of everybody on this list, aside from Gunther, Gunther is his own beast. I don't think there's people who have had better matches, arguably Danielson, but Cole has had the best matches on this list, the best title reigns on this list, the most quality on this list. He was also the leader of one of the most dominant factions we've ever seen in our lifetime. So to me, when I'm comparing him to the other names on the list, he kind of, there's nothing wrong with Adam Cole. Aside from the fact the man was hurt for a year and a half.
Trent, who's somebody you think should be on the list out of these names?
So, really looking at it, I already agree with Adam Cole. It was just the second one. If I had to put on another one, damn.
Yeah, Mo, you can remove Punk.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Lesnar should stay in the conversation though.
Okay, so I'm looking at these other names and because I ain't really watch Jay Lethal like that. I know that's Lewis guy. I ain't really watch Jay Lethal like that. Even with all the shit that we just argued with Brock and shit like that. Why wouldn't he be the last one here though? Like compared to who on here will overtake Lesnar on the spot?
Well, it all depends on your criteria, what you're looking at it. For me, when I think of Jay Lethal, I think of one of the most dominant superstars of our generation. The Grand Slam Ring of Honor winner, multiple-time Final Battle main eventer, one of the only undisputed Ring of Honor champions of all time, one of few men to hold the belt twice. Majority of his career, aside from like the past 2.5 years in AEW, has been in Ring of Honor, and he's arguably the greatest of all time.
Does anybody have a resume that matches up to that on here?
Adam Cole.
Oh, we already agreed Adam Cole should be.
I'd say depending how you look at it, if you're just looking on paper, Drew McIntyre. If you're looking on paper, Bryan Danielson.
So I think we should narrow it down to, if I'm looking at 5 names that we have to discuss,
Cole, Danielson is 2. You can take Lethal off the list.
I would say Danielson.
I'll take Lashley off.
Lesnar, Adam Cole. Those would be 4 for sure. McIntyre is a strong argument too. Lashley has also done a lot too in the last 10 years. But I would say for me, Danielson, Gunther, Lesnar, and Cole are 4 names that have to be discussed. Like those are top 4.
I think Cole should be up here already, and then if we taking them off, I'll probably say Danielson there.
I agree, Cole and
Danielson off?
No,
on the list.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, I agree. Cole and Danielson is my 2.
Yeah,
those would be my locked in. Lesnar like 11. That would be my list.
Jable will be your 2 or 4 or however many you have.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
I'd say Danielson and Cole.
Okay, so we can erase Charlotte. Is anybody make an argument with Charlotte?
No.
I don't think she has
throwing her name out
Bayley.
We erase Bayley.
I agree with that.
Lethal, I think we said we can erase.
Lethal can take him off. The last 3 years has been horrid.
Anybody want to make an argument for Lashley?
I don't think the quality is there for Lashley.
The quality's not there. It's not there.
All right, erase Lashley.
Now when he becomes AEW World Champ, we can revisit it next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about McIntyre?
McIntyre, he has a strong case, but I feel like compared to everybody else, he didn't hit his stride until 3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, I guess erase McIntyre. If nobody else, unless somebody has an argument for him.
The thing that holds me back from locking Drew McIntyre was his run in Impact. Very little quality. He won the Feast or Fired, and he cashed in on Matt Hardy for the TNA heavyweight title, but it's still like the Rising as a faction with Eli Drake and Tama Tonga was ass. Like, I'm sorry, that shit was trash. Yeah. So his quality until he came back.
If we were talking about the 2020s, I would say he's a lock top, probably 5 for me. But
even in the 2020s, though, I feel like he did the stuff in the pandemic was cool. But you look at the last 3 years. I mean, he's been the guy at losing the big matches to help propel other superstars. You know what I mean? Like every time he's come close. Every time he's come close to the world title, he's lost, or even when he did win it, he had it for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? To help propel another storyline. So and to put somebody else over. So he's like the guy right now that is looked at by WWE that is help, propelling others to where they need to go, and still looking good in his own right. But he still has yet to have that major big run in front of the audience that most of us feel like he's been deserving. For a while now.
Yeah, but basically he'd be like Shawn Michaels in the 2000s, and we can all agree that was his best run when he was just putting.
Yeah, but at that time though, Shawn was already a solidified legend though. Like Shawn was already
That's
considered the GOAT for some people at that time. You know what I mean? Like Drew McIntyre ain't on that level. Like he's good, but he's not at GOAT stats. Like by the time Shawn Michaels had come back at that particular time, there were people who legit said he was the greatest wrestler ever. So I mean, there's different levels to that statement right there. So.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, just based off these 4 names right here, you said Cole and Danielson. Somebody else said Cole and Danielson.
I agree with
Jade, that. You were saying, I'm sorry, I cut you off before you said your 2. Who were your 2?
I would probably, Danielson's in-ring work, just in my opinion, so far surpasses Adam Cole that I just feel like it's a. So if it was me, I'd probably go Lesnar Danielson.
Lesnar Danielson, okay. Oh man.
The thing with Gunther that makes this so interesting though is he doesn't have the longevity of others because he came into WWE 2019. But when you look at that time frame, longest reigning UK champion, longest reigning Intercontinental champion, the current World Heavyweight champion, and you can argue that he's had the King of the Ring. That you can argue that he's had the greatest stretch of matches we've ever seen for a WWE superstar.
Not even to mention the longest reigning. He solidified himself as the greatest IC champion ever that we've ever seen. So
for sure, yeah.
Facts.
I don't know, man. I mean, and plus, look at the stuff he did outside of WWE as well. I mean, he was having great matches, before he even came to WWE too. He just wasn't well known at that big stage, but. I mean, you look at the some people that we have on here, there's peaks may have been the last maybe 4 years, like Roman, the Bloodline, Cody Rhodes.
He's still getting hotter.
Gunther, the last 5 years has a really strong resume compared to those guys. Hasn't lost much. He's had 2 championship reigns that lasted for either 2 years or damn near that. Helped elevate a mid-card championship to solidify himself as the greatest Intercontinental champion with all the great match quality he's had, plus King of the Ring, and he's the current world champion. Like he's done so much within the last 5, just in a 5-year span. So, I mean, and we have Roman on here. I mean, Roman has been a main eventer the last 10 years, but his peak really was the last 4 with the Bloodline stuff. Cody, has done a lot of great things, but the last 2 years of his WWE run is what really, I think, elevates him further. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Gunther.
I like to make a switch. I ain't gonna lie.
Gunther's a lock for me. He should be.
But I'm about to make a switch. I'm gonna go Cole and Gunther because the reason I'm switching is literally because since we're doing 2014 to 2024, literally half of the years for our criteria, Gunther has arguably been the best in the world. I think the last.
Wait, so we're leaving off.
He said, "Okay, so he's cutting off Danielson." Then
I'm cutting off. I'm going Cole. I'm going Cole and Gunther.
So Lewis,
I'll tell you why I'm taking off Danielson. We look at everybody here. We see elite title reigns. For me, I factor in everything. These are main eventers. I've told you guys before. You guys know me. I factor in everything. I look at the little details. What can separate somebody and what doesn't. Danielson has good title reigns. The WWE Eco title. He had a crazy ass babyface peak. I get that. But at some point, we're looking at your title reigns. And Danielson doesn't have a better world title reign than Okada. Doesn't have a better one than Omega, Mox, Rollins, AJ, Roman, Becky. And then we're looking at the people left. The only person he has a better title reign than is Brock. But that's a layup. Compared to Cole, that NXT title run, bro, it's the greatest of all time. And then compared to Gunther, we ain't got to talk about it, bro. Come on, now.
Bro. So look, Lewis, this is a genuine question.
Oh man, I'm sick.
It ain't right. Just right? Look, right. We are already talking about Gunther being in a top 10 list for a decade, and he really only been around since like WWE watched since 2019, right?
Yeah.
What is Gunther trajectory then? Like just all time case wise. If we already
top
saying
20, top 15,
His peak is top 10 all time.
I'm not gonna lie, Mo. You talking about top 20, bro? Like I just said,
Top 10.
top 15 even.
If we already put him on the list, that is a top 10 for a decade, and we're already saying that he's already with these guys. Why not go higher?
He's top 10. I think he's gonna be top 10 all time.
I can see 10.
By the end of this world heavyweight title reign, you're not gonna tell me he's not gonna be top 10, arguably. I'm sorry. If you're the greatest IC champion of all time, and you end up, because I think by the end of his world title reign, he's gonna be the longest reigning world heavyweight champion of all time. If you got 2 belts where you the longest reigning all time, and
3.
you give me quality, 3, and you give me quality with them bitches, yeah, there's no reason for me not to say you top 10 all time in WWE history. That's my guy. I love Gunther. I'm a Gunther blazer.
I understand.
Jade, how do you feel about Gunther?
Well, Gunther obviously washes Brock Lesnar in ring quality wise. There's no comparison. I mean, I will say that, you know, Brock did have the one Universal title reign that went over 500 days. And that wasn't the longest ever, but at the time it was one of the longest. But yeah, I admit that Lesnar is probably a losing battle at this point, so I'm not going to fight for him. So if I don't say Lesnar and I have to pick 2 others, then I would probably go Danielson. I'd probably go Gunther over Cole. Just because, again, it feels like Gunther's accomplishments stand out way more than Cole. It feels like most of what Cole did, especially during, you know, the biggest part of Cole's career over the last 10 years, in my opinion, is what he did in NXT. And NXT was such a niche product at the time that I feel like a lot of like casual people you asked that they weren't going to know what was going on with Adam Cole. Whereas Gunther now, again, 3 of the longest reigning titles in the world, and he's done WrestleMania matches at this point. So, yeah, I guess I'd go Gunther and Danielson.
I'm going Gunther gonna make the list. Hey.
So is everybody agreeing on Gunther?
Hell yeah! Put him
I'm agreeing on Gunther.
I'll go Gunther. I'm moving.
You can take Lesnar off because I'm the only one fighting for him. But
I wasn't expecting.
I mean, Brock has a case though.
I don't think. No.
Lesnar does have a case, but
he really does. Adam Cole is. I'm iffy.
Right, so we got to pick the last one. If I'm picking between,
the main thing that separates Cole and Danielson from me is championship reigns. That's it. And the fact that Adam Cole, out of the 2 out of the 3 companies he's worked for in this time frame, he solidified himself top 3 all time in both of them. That means something to me. And these are both products where when he was the champion, when he was the top guy, both products were at their peak. They were at their pinnacle. They were at their peak. So that means something to me. So when we look at Danielson, his match quality, amazing. Definitely, I think it's better than Adam Cole's, but Cole can match it just as well. And he has the title reigns on it. And Cole also has Undisputed Era to back him up as well. Like, Undisputed Era, let's go to. So that's the main separator for me is the title reigns.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hear it. I do, man. That's.
And then when I think about Danielson, a lot of my god, even like between 2014 and 2016, he was gone a lot, bro. Even before he actually retired, he was gone.
Danielson, if we, I know I put the injury tax on Adam Cole, but Danielson has been hurt a lot the past 2.5 years as well since coming to AEW. So if we're being honest,
even before the official retirement, bro, like he would win a title, get hurt, and then he would retire for 2 years, come back, and then have his run. But then, like after the eco-friendly stuff, it was like it was okay. Like the Fiend feud was good, but then meh.
I mean, if you want to make things harder, Danielson is the only wrestler ever to main event a WrestleMania and an All-In. So. Take that what you will.
But WrestleMania was crazy, bro. WrestleMania 30, like that show itself is carried off the back of Daniel Bryan.
If we want to do that though, when Adam Cole was NXT champion, Undisputed Era was the biggest selling draw WWE had in that time frame. Yep. From merchandise to ticket sales to everything.
November 2019, Adam Cole, bro. Take me back.
Yeah, I mean, Danielson also had the Planet Championship.
Should we let chat vote? This should be a chat vote.
Oh God, should we?
A lot of chats with me now. A lot of chatters are pissed.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying Lesnar in the chat.
Lesnar.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Lesnars. There's a lot of Lesnars, and I hear it. Because that peak for Lesnar was crazy.
I mean, Lesnar, I'm not opposed to putting him on here. I mean,
I'm not fully either.
With Lesnar, you get crazy peak. With Adam Cole and Danielson, you get crazy peak and the quality of the longevity with it. Lesnar, to me, doesn't have the quality of the longevity. He has sprinkles here and there, but Cole and Danielson consistently for over 10 years has been great. Lesnar had a period where he was dog shit and nobody wanted to see him. I mean, the dude came out and stole Mustafa Ali's briefcase, bro. Come on, man.
My God.
We all face-palmed on that shit, bro. Come on,
the Kofi
man.
squash, bro.
Yeah.
Now,
Brock Party was cool. Brock Party was
Cain
fun.
Velasquez got it for me, though. That shit
Cain Velasquez.
Brock and Ricochet was ridiculous.
Come on, man.
Oh, the squash match of Ricochet. I remember that one.
And then he was gone for a year and a half. Came back.
Bro, he ruined Braun Strowman. He ruined
Oh
Samoa
my
Joe.
God. Oh my God. Crown Jewel. People talk about No Mercy 2017. It was Crown Jewel 2018 for me. Where it was like, all right, Braun Strowman's cooked. It's done. We're done. But oh my God.
Brock's
good was so good, but like,
we all got to make a vote. We all got to make a vote, so it's got to be unanimous. So Trent, who are you voting for out of these three?
Damn.
You got to pick one.
Yo, Cole and Danielson been injured like a motherfucker. Now
I'm
boy,
I'm
the past 2 years, bro.
You go Adam Cole.
You going Cole, Lewis?
Adam Cole, baby. Top
Jay.
3 in 2 companies.
If Lesnar is still an option out of these 3, I'm going Lesnar.
Mo?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm between Cole and Lesnar right now. Malik, you go first. I'm not gonna lie.
You just
I'm between
said
Lesnar.
fuck Danielson. You just threw.
No, I just thought about Danielson, but it's like, man. If we're including 2013, then I'd say Danielson for sure. But like from 2014 to 2016, even when he would win the title,
He really do got inactive years.
Yeah, it's like God.
Damn, Mo, it sounds like you got to.
I mean, even with the inactive though, bro. I mean, he's got a lot more good than bad. I mean,
he definitely does.
Injuries obviously weren't his fault. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's nobody's fault. If it's up to me, I'm putting Danielson on here, bro. I can't leave Danielson off.
So we got 2 Coles, 1 Danielson, 1 Lesnar. Damn, Mo.
And if you vote Danielson, Jade will have to be the tiebreaker then. So,
fuck.
Damn.
Wait, did Jade already got Lesnar?
Unless Mo says Lesnar, then
if it comes down to a tie between Danielson and Cole, I'll change my vote and be the tiebreaker.
If Mo votes Lesnar, then I'll have to be the tiebreaker for that. So,
I will go Adam Cole just because he was just way more consistent than Danielson.
Trent, damn me up, gang. We made it.
He's just way more consistent.
Yeah. All
right.
Yeah.
Adam Cole's that nigga.
all right, put down Adam Cole then.
G Baby would be so ecstatic right now. Adam Cole, you want thin ice, buddy. You want thin fucking ice.
He's bottom of the list though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You want thin fucking you being hurt and all this shit and concussions and fucking
bottom of the
foot
list.
and shit.
All right, so now we got to put it. You should probably put those names to the side.
So can we put like Roman 1?
I just
Can we put Roman
you
1?
got to copy and paste the names.
I
And put
would
them to the side so we can,
I would say so. Now we got my goat.
We said what? We said what, Malik?
You're gonna have to put the names on the other side so we can put it in order now. That way we can rearrange.
Yeah. I got you. Copy.
Becky fans unite.
Right? Hell yeah. We're here.
Honestly, I'm looking at names. Becky's above. Yeah, she definitely above Adam Cole. Yep, definitely.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm fighting hard for Becky, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you.
Where's her range? Where do you think? Where's her range?
She top 5 for me.
I gotta see who in your top 5. I gotta see who in your top 5.
Well, number 1 should be Roman Reigns. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not hearing any other argument besides Roman Reigns.
So we're putting number 1?
Roman Reigns should be number 1.
If you're not hearing an argument, then okay. Roman number 1.
Unless you have an argument, but it's
I'm argued out. Go ahead. I'm argued out.
I kind of want to hear it though. Can you?
No. Roman number 1. It's fine.
I just wanted.
Go ahead.
I mean, I could hear somebody else's name. I could hear Kenny. I'm not gonna lie.
Kenny would be number 2 for me. He would be my number 2.
Hear Kenny. All right, I agree with that.
Let me
I just feel like Roman Reigns.
He's at least number 2.
He peaked higher than Kenny Omega at this stage.
Thank God, I wasn't letting Kenny go anywhere under number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3, I mean, Okada, he's had a pretty legendary run the last 10 years too, bro. He was like facing New Japan at one point. And he was like one of the most popular wrestlers outside of WWE too that was like recognizable. Like
you might have to put Okada, yeah.
Plus that legendary run, the matches he's had, the legendary run that he had as champion.
I mean, I don't know if I can. Is AJ going to be out of the top 3 over all these other guys?
I think AJ's top 5.
It's either
AJ would be top 5. He got
for me. Number 3 would either be AJ or Okada. I just don't. I'm not familiar enough, I guess, with Okada's career to argue one way or the other. But it feels weird. I would put AJ Styles at number 3, but if people who are more familiar with his game are saying Okada needs to be number 3, then I can't really.
So AJ's last 5 years has been like good, but it's not. But those first 5 years were amazing.
Yeah, if we really count him peak, then AJ's peak.
Yeah, I think AJ might be.
AJ peak might be 3rd.
AJ's peak, because if you look at that time frame, like he was Bound for Glory series winner, Bound for Glory main eventer, TNA heavyweight champion, and then 2-time IWGP heavyweight champion, greatest Rumble debut ever, won the WWE title in his debut, and then won it a second time and held it for over a year as a babyface in the Vince era, mind you. What else did he do? Main evented WrestleMania, became the fastest Grand Slam champion ever. Yeah, no, I think we underrating how long AJ's longevity is. I ain't gonna lie.
So we're talking.
He's been consistent. It's just the past 2 years he's been hurt.
We're comparing peaks, right? Okay, so we're talking peaks. AJ really good peak, crazy peak.
If we talk about peaks, bro, Moxley is.
Okada's peak is obviously crazy too. If you watch Japan, then you would know New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Honestly, if we talk about peaks, Becky Lynch should be top 3 then.
Just to sum it up for Jay, because he's not familiar with maybe Okada. Okada was pretty much like John Cena in Japan for like a decade. So I mean, he was literally the top guy for a long period until he left. Until he left last year.
So Jay, to put things into perspective for you. So New Japan, the title defenses are very prestigious, right? They count how many times you defend the title. It's not like WWE where Roman would defend it on SmackDown and it's like, oh, he defended it. They count how many times you defend a title. Okada has the most defenses for a heavyweight champion in one single reign with 11. And he has the longest reigning world title run in New Japan history.
Okay.
Just to put things into perspective for you.
Yeah, I mean it's a great career. And I'm obviously familiar with Okada's in-ring acumen. Obviously needs that needs no explanation. I obviously understand that. So again, Okada, but AJ can't fall any lower than 4. I'm not seeing anybody else I would put above AJ on this list.
Mo, I was going through AJ's accomplishments through the years. I ain't gonna lie, we kind of underrating it, bro. It's just the last 3 years he's been.
Yeah, no, I was listening. Yeah, might.
Last 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
he might be in there.
I'm cool with putting AJ 3, Okada 4, Okada 3.
I'm gonna agree with. I'm gonna say this because if we're just valuing peak over the entirety of the 10 years over everything, right? Roman should be lower. But
I'm doing the whole thing.
Roman should be lower for doing the whole thing. But if we're talking about peaks, then Roman's obviously number 1. If peaks is the number 1 criteria, he's the number 1 then. So AJ peak should be top 3.
If we're going peak, Becky, I think the next 3 should be AJ, Okada, Becky.
Yeah, because if we're talking peak, Becky Lynch, that's the main reason I was going to.
And I put Cody at 6.
Over Mox. Let me chill.
If we're talking about peaks,
Dean Ambrose peak.
Hold on. What about? Hold on. Okay, so even though
I love Dean Ambrose,
even though he hasn't had a peak like some of these other superstars, I mean, Seth Rollins the last 10 years has been consistent, like all the way.
Like crazy consistent.
He's been consistent all the way.
I think Seth Rollins' peak has been mainly. This isn't to knock him, but his peak has really been in ring. Like his in ring work the past 3 years has been.
Yeah, I mean, like popularity. His popularity peak isn't on some of those guys' level, but I'm talking consistently. I mean, you look at 2014 till now. How many bad years can you say Rollins really had out of those years?
2.
I mean, he's had great world title run. He had a really good IC title run in 2018 as well. I thought that was pretty good. He's been pretty consistent. Money in the Bank, the cash in, like he's been consistent.
Literally the only bad year
I love his IC title run.
2020. 2020 was a bad year for Rollins.
So maybe the pandemic year, like
yeah,
could arguably be his worst year. And then the world title run he just came off of, I thought was really good as well. Like, you know,
I thought S tier title run. People just bitch too much.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I
so
agree.
I mean, I don't know. Seth might have an argument to be in that. I'm just saying he might have an argument doing that 5. I mean, consistently
over Becky though.
I mean, Becky's peak was higher, but for those first 5 years, she wasn't the man yet, you know. But
I'm gonna ask you guys this. So since we're talking about Becky and Seth, right? A lot of their career consists of the same time. Would you put Becky over Seth all time?
I have a hard time putting Becky over Seth all time.
I wouldn't.
It's just tough.
I wouldn't put him high. I wouldn't put her higher on this list.
Right now, my criteria. Thought about that. No. Right now, my criteria is.
I think Seth all time is better, but Becky's had a better peak though.
Yeah.
So is this list about peaks or like the entire?
No, I'm just saying like peaks hold a lot of weight though. Like
what do you hold? I'm holding your consistency of your peak. That's why Roman's.
So let me explain. So if we're valuing peaks on this list as like we are, we should do that with the same thing with the all-time ranking list. Then that would mean Becky's over Seth because she's had a higher peak than him, right? All time.
So if we're really doing this peak thing, AJ's number 2.
I'm not mad at that. So
I'm not mad at it either.
If we're really doing peaks, AJ's number 2. Because
that's why I'm taking their entire.
No, hold on. Hear me out. Because a lot of guys have had injury tax, and Kenny, unfortunately, he's been injured more than he's wrestled in the 2020s.
I mean, that's only the last couple of years though. Like in Japan, though, he was
it's bad. AJ, but you also gotta like AJ was the man in New Japan before, like when.
I mean, he was
the man in TNA.
I'm looking at it though. Like the top 5 to me are people that I'm looking at when I'm talking about peaks. You could argue that they were like the best, and like Roman Reigns at one point was the best wrestler in the world. You could argue he was the best in the world at one point. Like King Omega was the best in the world at one point. AJ was the best in the world at one point. Seth Rollins, you could make an argument. Like wrestling wise, he could have been the best wrestler in the world.
So if you're doing that right now, Cody Rhodes should be in the top 5 because he's arguably the best. Gunther and Cody, if we're going like that, are shouldn't be outside the top 5.
Someone makes a good point.
I think Gunther.
Cody right now. Cody's the best right now to me, but I mean he has.
I still got Gunther
from an overall package.
Yeah, but Becky Lynch in 2019, like aside from the only name you can argue is Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. She was.
I'll take
for
Cole
2019.
over, I ain't gonna lie, because the quality was there with Cole. Becky was feuding with Lacey Evans, bro. So,
I mean, she was. I
think the next 3 is solidified with AJ, Okada, and Becky.
Becky over Seth is weird to me, but I'll let it rock.
I don't know, man. So we put AJ at 3.
Yeah.
Okada at 4. Yeah. Okay, so we put Okada at 4.
Good with that.
5th one is gonna be tough though. I mean, so okay, if we're talking everything add into it.
If
we're really doing peaks, we're underrating Dean Ambrose and Moxley.
I feel like we're starting. I just want to say, I feel like we're starting
Moxley
to
don't get enough respect.
We're starting to drift into an area where I feel like we're overvaluing the peak part of it. I feel like we need to rebalance the conversation a little bit. Because I mean, Seth Rollins is a better of everyone we have left to choose from. Seth Rollins is the best in-ring wrestler. Maybe Gunther, but I still pick Seth Rollins.
Really?
Yeah, Seth is great.
I feel like Seth is a lot more Listen, Gunther is one of those guys that is top 5 in what he does, but versatility-wise, Seth Rollins does way more things well than Gunther does.
Seth Rollins in 2018 carried so hard.
Seth Rollins is a better overall superstar than a lot of people, but if we're going to put Becky on there, I mean, she was the face of the company. What she's meant to women's wrestling too as a whole, though, like help transcend the entire division of what women's wrestling is, though. Like she pushed it and moved the needle for a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like I think that holds a lot of weight too, just based off if we look at the last 10 years, what women's wrestling used to be to what it got to, and then for Becky Lynch to become so hot, she literally was so popular they had to put her in the main event of a one night WrestleMania. Might I add you? Like that was before WrestleMania was even 2 nights, so she was like the real main event. And then ever since those last 5 years, her match quality, the star she's helped build in that aspect too, the championship reigns, her ability to be able to evolve. Like She hasn't been consistent. She hasn't been as consistent as Seth, but I don't know. The last 5 years, man. I don't know. You could argue that
Seth ain't been box office the way Becky been box office.
But Seth did it for 5 years before Becky Lynch ever even sniffed the main event.
It's true.
That's true, but she didn't do it at the level Becky Lynch did, though. I don't think.
So now I feel like we're back to
so Seth.
No, we're getting to a point where they're offsetting each other.
Becky
we're not
went like this. That's what happened. Seth was here, top of the top.
Yeah,
top 3 in the world consistently for like the last 10 years.
Right.
Becky Lynch went from here all the way to like she's just right above Seth in terms of what she's doing.
That's
Seth
what we
to me,
Roman,
I think should be 100%.
I was about to say that.
But Roman's peak has just been astronomical. Like it's just like ridiculous how high he's.
If we're going with their specific field, Becky's peak was also astronomical, damn near on the same level as Roman. If we're going by their field.
But it didn't last as long. It just didn't last.
I feel like the differences between the two are so minuscule. I feel like we just have to ask ourselves a very simple question. And that is, was Becky ever the best in-ring wrestler? I mean, you guys tell me, is Io Shirai a better in-ring wrestler than Becky?
Yes. Absolutely.
Is Charlotte Flair a better in-ring wrestler than Becky? Was Sasha Banks a better in-ring wrestler than Becky?
Yes.
So is Bianca Belair a better in-ring wrestler than Becky Lynch? Asuka. I mean, the list goes on and on. Yes. And I feel like we can't put that many people ahead of Seth Rollins when there's that many people ahead of Becky Lynch when it comes down to, listen, the box office is great. The WrestleMania main event is great. The star power is great. At the end of the day, you're going to get in the ring and the bell's going to sound. And when it comes down to that, I can't pick. I got to pick Seth over Becky. Becky at 6, just based on what she accomplished, I'm perfectly fine with. But between Seth and Becky, I gotta go with Seth.
I'm going Seth.
I mean, I don't think it's a crime to put Becky at 6.
For me, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. For me, the next 3 should go in. For my order would be Seth, Becky, Cody. That would be my next 3.
I agree. Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
I'm cool.
Y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because if we're doing
it was like, can I get a yeah?
No, I'm just if we're doing the consistent, because I've been doing how consistent, because my criteria is how consistent were you at your peak, and not gonna lie, like Adam Cole has the longevity of his peak while like being really consistent. So I don't know about Cody. Cody just got here. Adam Cole was doing it for almost 10 years.
But Cody, what he was doing outside of WWE was huge too, bro.
Yeah, but he wasn't the guy. He was never considered the best in the world.
That's true.
He was never considered the best in the world. Adam Cole was.
Till now. Yeah. You're right.
So if we're really doing that, I understand Cody's peak, but gotta understand the field that we're in. But Adam Cole was at his peak for damn near 10 years.
Let me erase the names of what you got. Let me erase these names real quick.
Cody just reached this point, which is why we're holding him so highly. Adam Cole, been there, done that, did it at a longer rate.
Yeah, that's true. Cody also did change wrestling though. He
really did.
He did help change the aspect of what wrestling is in this era.
Can also say the same for Adam Cole. Adam Cole was part of Peak Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Peak Bullet Club. He start another promotion though. I mean, that's something that we never thought was going to happen. Honestly, I never thought I'd see it again.
Dave Meltzer says something crazy. He's like, "I'll take that bet."
He did, but
all in in 2018. Yeah, that was really good.
My thing is he ain't never been the best until now. Not any point did we think Cody Rhodes was the best in the world until now. Adam Cole.
I agree.
Adam Cole had that for at least of like a 3.5 year stretch.
Especially not in AEW. Cody was doing some wonky stuff in AEW.
Again, Adam Cole was top. By the time Adam Cole's career ended with Ring of Honor before he signed to NXT, top 3 lock. I have him top 2, only behind Jay Lethal, because Jay Lethal's peak was fucking crazy. And then in NXT, he's still top 2 lock. And we've had some incredible champions that have came from NXTs, like Karrion Kross, the second title reign, like Braun Breaker, like Ilya. Like guys like that, and he's still the greatest NXT champion we've ever seen. My thing with Cody is I feel like if we do the list next year, the dude is going to end up top 3 lock. But my issue with the list now is he just got to this point. Like, I can't put somebody, I can't put a guy who just got to this point when we have a guy that was already at that point and did it longer than where we're at.
So someone asked the question. Someone asked the question. I'm going to ask y'all so we're all clear. Are we taking outside of the ring impact into account?
I would, yeah. That
I am personally,
but I feel like that's the main reason Cody's here. I think that's one of the biggest reasons Cody's here. So.
Yeah, because outside
Adam Cole has that too, not on the level of Cody, but he also has that.
Cody now is like John Cena at his peak, except people don't hate him.
Like Adam Cole, like Adam
Cole. The last 10 years has done a lot of great things, had a lot of great everybody, Adam Gunther as well, and Moxley. But the run that Cole, I mean, it's not even over with, so we don't even know when it's going to end. But the run he's been on the last 2 years, I mean, I don't know.
That's my thing. He just got to that point. Like Adam Cole, like Adam Cole was the champion and the best in the world at NXT's peak. And NXT was far and away. This was also peak Ring of Honor. This was also peak New Japan. Adam Cole was the man for the number 1 product on the planet. So if we're applying that logic to Cody, we can apply to Adam Cole. And my thing with Adam Cole is he been there, done that. Cody just been here. He hasn't been done yet, is what I'm saying. Right. So if somebody's already been there,
if you want to look at one little moment to exemplify why Adam Cole was like that, bro, it's November 2019. He was literally doing all of that just in NXT. When he brought it up to the main roster, he continued that greatness. Like that just was put on a pedestal at that point. By that moment.
That's the only thing. That's only my problem with Cody. I'm not downplaying his impact. It's just he just got here. Man, Adam Cole
back-to-back rumbles, got niggas to boot a rock. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Cody and Cole's neck and neck for me.
I just feel like Cody's just done it higher though. I mean, even the last 2 years. I mean, I don't know if I haven't seen a peak like this, and like for a babyface, probably since Cena, if I'm being honest, and just in strictly WWE, like it's pretty crazy how they've been treating him, since coming back and everything.
We might be undermining Adam Cole because before Adam Cole got hurt, Adam Cole and MJF was looking like the best story that AEW's told. And on top of that, the man main evented a stadium show with MJF. I think we got to understand that too. He main evented a stadium show with MJF.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. When you say before he got hurt, they had an opportunity to finish that story even after he came back, and AEW chose not to.
Yeah, they ruined it.
That's
ruined it. If we want to do that, Stardust.
That's AEW.
Throwing every monkey wrench in there. Throwing every monkey wrench in there.
But look at number 1, Big Dog. Like
I'm just saying
we could do that.
I'm just saying. Again, the argument I have for Cole over Cody is Cole was at the elite level of the best in the world and maintained that elite level of being the best in the world. And he's been there, done that. Cody, from when we look at the past 10 years to now, up until this point, has never been considered best in the world. So when you got a guy like Adam Cole for almost half the decade that was in the convo, and for 2 of those years solidified as the best in the world, I don't know if, like, I understand Cody's peak. I hear you. I'm not going to argue that. But he just got here. Cole already got that, is what I'm implying.
So this is where a minute ago I felt like we were getting carried away with the peak conversation, but this is where I feel like peak does come in. I feel like peak is an effective tiebreaker. I feel like peak
and Cody is clearly peak tired,
and Cody has very clearly, regardless of the impact that Adam Cole had on the indie wrestling scene or on NXT. Fact of the matter is, maybe not his fault at all, but fact of the matter is, we never got to see what Adam Cole was going to get to do on the main roster. And because of injury and because of a host of other problems that AEW has with their booking, we haven't really gotten to see everything that Adam Cole can do in AEW on the main stage. So we compare everything that happened, and then if we treat peak as the tiebreaker, which I think it's a very effective tiebreaker, then Cody Rhodes obviously is higher on the list than Adam Cole.
And if we look at impact, I'm easily going Cody Rhodes.
Here's what I'll say. If we're applying in-ring work of a main reason of consistency of in-ring work, the main reason why Seth Rollins is over Becky Lynch, we look at Adam Cole. Cody just got here to being world champion. Adam Cole won many world titles, and the quality of them for all of them are there. We look at the matches. Adam Cole washes in matches. Adam Cole also has multiple factions that completely took over the wrestling game and went on top. So I understand Cody's peak washes and the Impact washes, but Adam Cole has other things in professional wrestling that are just as vital as peak and Impact that also washes Cody Rhodes as well. When it comes to championship reigns, when it comes to matches, the consistency of the quality of the matches, it's there. So
I feel like we didn't really talk about it off the jump. We just kind of all agreed Roman Reigns is going at number 1. We didn't really talk about why. We kind of skipped straight to number 2. But I feel like one of the main reasons that Roman Reigns is at number 1 is because the Bloodline storyline over the past 4 years has been maybe the best wrestling television any of us have ever seen in our entire lives. And I just want to throw out, just as a point to this conversation, that Cody Rhodes has been there for more than half of it. Cody Rhodes has been effectively embroiled in the Bloodline story.
I don't know about more than half.
Contributed
He got a year. He got a year in the story.
I'll say 2. I'm not gonna lie.
But it just, and I'll just be honest, Lewis. I feel like we said all we can say at this point. We may just have to take a vote.
Yeah.
Everything being all totaled, from my perspective, it feels weird putting Adam Cole above Cody Rhodes. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're 100% right. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
When I say that out loud, in my opinion, when I say out loud, Adam Cole is higher on the list than Cody Rhodes, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like I've made the right decision. No. And I don't know why. There's just something about it. And again, maybe it's just because of maybe it is recency bias. I don't know. Or maybe it's because Cody, main evented WrestleMania and won 2 Royal Rumbles 2 years in a row and transitioned from AEW to WWE like it was nothing and helped build AEW from the ground up, as poor as his booking was in that company. I don't know. It just feels right when you put Cody down.
So can I put something in perspective real quick? Just real quick.
Go ahead.
Just real quick.
Go ahead.
So I'm looking at it like this, right? I'm looking at it like this. Trent gonna kill me. Don't look at the talent part, Trent. So I'm looking at this like a Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes situation. Tom Brady, which is Adam Cole. That Jay, don't shoot me, but this is the best analogy I can do. Tom Brady was solidified best in the world, right? Best in the fucking world, GOAT status, right? Adam Cole and his companies he's worked with was solidified best in the world, arguably solidified GOAT status. Then you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes, which is Cody Rhodes in this situation, that just came in and really started doing this thing and is now really taking up. Well, not Patrick Mahomes didn't just come and take over; he took over immediately. But I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I understand Cody's peak is insane, just like Mahomes' peak is insane. You can argue Mahomes' peak is higher than Brady's. I get that, but still, from an overall body of work standpoint and what he's done, Tom Brady still ranks above Patrick Mahomes. The same way how I think overall body of work and what he's done. Can Cody pass Adam Cole? Yeah, next year, yeah, he's going to overtake that because he's still going to be champion. But if we're talking about right now, I still think from what he's done and the impact that he's brought, because Cody's impact is bigger, but still what he's done, I just still can't fathom putting Cody above Adam Cole, especially since we're going back to 2014. Because I'm looking at it from overall quality, what you did in the entire 10 years, because a lot of people can bring up Roman's bad was bad. Cody's bad was also bad this time frame too. And I know Cody's great outweighs the bad, but there was never a time where Adam Cole was dog shit. There was never a time where Adam Cole was not deemed as the guy. The thing is, Cody just became the guy. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes on all-time rankings. Now he's getting into discussions where people are comfortable putting him over Tom Brady as the guy that they've seen. That's what I'm looking at with Adam Cole and Cody Rhodes. Like, Cody Rhodes is gonna pass him, but as of right now, I can't give it to him.
See, Lewis, I see what you're saying. I just don't think that people think that in this, like, the analogy that you're saying, that Cole is Brady. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to say he is. That's just the best way I could put it.
That's just the best way to put it. I understand that, because
just so people could understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I will say that I feel like Adam Cole and Gunther are the only two guys on this list without black eyes. on their career, because obviously, Roman Reigns was the dog food, and Kenny Omega got turned down by WWE. AJ teamed with Omos. So all these guys have black eyes on their record.
That was good.
AJ won titles with Omos.
But
I mean, Omos carried, so I get
even I will say
Omos should be on the list.
because again, we at some point we just had to vote, make a decision, and move on. Everything being equal, understanding everything you just said, Lewis, maybe this is a mistake. My vote is still to Cody. I can't.
I respect it.
Me too.
Yeah, I got to vote for
the
Cody.
biggest fan movement we've seen since the Yes movement. I can't. That's huge to me. That's huge to me.
Would I say Seth is higher than Rollins? We're the same guy, so.
I didn't even see that coming. Trent, what would you? I guess we're debating between Cody and Adam Cole. Who would you give your vote to?
It's like, damn, bro. I mean, both sides is moving me. I see what both coming points. Both sides are saying. This is hard as fuck, bro.
It is hard.
It is.
Did he?
It is.
Nobody said it was easy.
You make me mad, Mo.
Yo, but
Why the Omos Stray? Have you met the guy?
Great guy.
I'm kidding. He's an awesome guy. He's an awesome.
It's top 10 wrestlers besides Omos. That's literally what the list is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh
I'll probably go towards. Damn, I fuck with Cole. I'm gonna go Cody.
Whoa movement.
See, chat. I took an L. We take L's in stride.
At least Cole up here. I'm gonna go Cody. Well, Cody's been doing this.
Cody at 7, Adam Cole 8.
Crazy.
Yep,
I agree.
You see, chat. You take L's.
I'm
you
happy.
move on.
And then for me, the last two, I don't know how much you guys are going to argue, but for me, the last two is easy: Gunther and then
Mox at 10.
Yeah,
Relax.
I'm
AEW
okay with
fans
that.
gonna drag you. AEW fans.
I'm kind of
gonna
okay
drag
with
you,
that.
AEW fans been dragging me for 3 years.
They're overly sensitive, bro. I don't care.
Okay, so I'm not against that argument, but I will say though, I mean, obviously his WWE run isn't better than his AEW run, but I mean, Mox really was like the face of AEW at one point. Like he was.
I mean, he is right now.
Yeah,
I think he's their most important signing.
He's like, yeah, he could be the most important superstar. I mean, CM Punk is the biggest one.
He's gonna go down when he retires. At that point, that Moxley retires, he'll go down as the greatest AEW wrestler ever.
No doubt. Every time they need somebody to fill in, there he is. He's reliable as hell.
Yeah.
Like remember when Brawl Out happened, he was there to help him. He was supposed to go on break, and he held it down. WWE, he was the Iron Man over there.
Tony Khan told me he gonna give me a free world title for 3 months. Just hold it down. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I'm not against putting Gunther and Moxley at. No, I mean, I'm cool with that. I just saying Moxley has a case to be done if we were gonna put him there. I mean, what he's done in AEW has been pretty big for what.
Yeah, Moxley's black eye of that entire final kind of 2 years in WWE is such a big black eye. Like when I think of Moxley, one of the first things I think of is him walking to the ring in a gas mask and getting a shot in the butt.
Come on, man.
The worst episode of Raw I've ever seen.
His AEW work has been tremendous. Outside of the ring, he obviously beat his it was alcoholism, right? I don't want to misspeak. I think it was alcoholism. He beat his alcoholism and he came back from that. And he came back from that in better shape than he was before, which is tremendous. He's had bangers in AEW. Obviously,
it's a good point right here, though. I mean, somebody right here said, would you say Rollins to WWE is what Mox is to AEW? They're both reliable guys when shit hits the fan.
Absolutely. Yep. I think Rollins is the team captain of WWE, regardless of what Gunther, and honestly, regardless of what Cody are doing backstage. I think Rollins is the team captain, and I think John Moxley is the same in AEW for sure.
I agree full-heartedly.
Yeah, that's a good point. You could make the argument though that Gunther the last 5 years has just done better stuff than Adam Cole all around. Championship reigns, matches, just besides maybe box office attraction. I think Mox has a bigger high name value, but I mean, you compare the matches, I would say Gunther championship reigns, definitely Gunther. So I mean, You know, it can go back. I can see either arguments. I'm cool with putting Gunther at 9 though, and Moxley at 10. That's not an issue for me.
Now, by this time
long as
next
Moxley
year, to
was, I'm
Lewis's point, Cody and Gunther are both going to be higher up on this list. But as it stands right this second, I'm probably good with where they are.
All right, cool.
I agree. Let's do it. Gunther. John Mox. I'm just happy Mox made the list. That's all I'm happy about.
I'd like to compare that to what we did last time, but they took down our freaking YouTube videos. Over
they took down everything,
voice.
bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
So
that was crazy.
Now they are still available on Apple, whatever it is.
Go back to Apple.
But you can't, there's
I'm
no
sad
video.
we left off Danielson.
I ain't gonna lie, this list gonna be a lot different next year when Bobby Lashley becomes AEW World Champion. I'm just saying, bro.
I mean, those 6 years, bro. 6 years in WWE was,
all right.
was
So
up and down.
The list that we have come up with, and the last time we did this was nasty. So
it's not only WWE. It's TNA run.
No, yeah. So the list,
good. Yeah.
The official list that we have come up with, the best superstars in wrestling the last decade from 2014 until now 2024. We have Roman Reigns at number 1, Kenny Omega at number 2, AJ Styles at number 3, Kazuchika Okada at number 4, Seth Rollins at number 5, Becky Lynch at number 6, who's the only woman to make the list. Number 7 is Cody Rhodes. 8 is Adam Cole, 9 is Gunther, and number 10 is Jon Moxley. So we left off Brock Lesnar. We left off Bryan Danielson. We left off guys like Drew McIntyre. Charlotte Flair was also another name we discussed. Bianca Belair. Some people obviously weren't going to make the cut. If there were some changes you could have made, what were some just personal changes of yours? Personal changes.
Yeah, Lesnar would be on the list. I think he'd probably replace either Cole or Moxley. I'd probably put Styles 2 and then Rollins above Okada. Outside of that, I think the rest of the list is probably pretty solid.
Anybody else? Any other changes? I definitely would put Bryan Danielson.
I'm okay with it.
He would be somebody that would be on here for me.
He'd be 10. Yeah, Danielson would be 10. But
I'm not sure where I would rank him, but I would definitely put Bryan Danielson on here.
I feel like from my take, I don't know why it just feels so wrong seeing Moxley at 10. Like I know, like a lot of his WWE quality was like fucking.
So up and down.
It's just so weird. I'm not saying he should not be 10 because I agree he should be 10. It's just weird. But
his WWE run was so up and down.
It was like this, bro. It was shit was like that.
It was good. It was A1.
And it was bad.
He was the back burner guy for the members of the Shield. He just wasn't valued on the same level as Seth Rollins.
But it's easy to forget because so many years have passed. But when they split the brands, even though AJ Styles was there in the beginning, Dean Ambrose was the face.
He was the champion.
He was the champ. Yeah. He was drafted as a champ. People often talk about his AEW run. They don't talk about his New Japan run. He's the longest reigning IWGP United States champion of all time.
Yeah.
People didn't know that.
That is true. People
didn't know that.
That is true.
That is true.
I saw somebody in the chat say like Cody did what Cole did on a higher scale. I hope people know when I look at companies, I offset them. I don't care that WWE is bigger than fucking Ring of Honor. I offset them because it's not the wrestler's fault that WWE don't fucking look at them. Every pro wrestling company has their own taste in a superstar. But like to me, Josh Alexander is a WWE guy. But like I'm not gonna fault him for not going to fucking WWE. That's stupid. I put every pro wrestling company.
Moose should have been in WWE years ago.
A long fucking time ago, Jade.
Jade,
you should praise Nick Nemeth. He's been having a great run.
You know what? Nick Nemeth is having Dolph Ziggler. Nick Nemeth is having a career resurgence. I could not be more proud of him. Now I can't tell him that on Twitter because he blocked me because that's just what he does. But Nick, I don't know if he actually blocks people. When someone pays him a compliment, he has a habit of reposting and saying blocked. It's just something he does. But Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler is having a career resurgence in TNA. He's doing excellent work. I don't get to catch TNA every single week, but I go and watch the Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth highlights every single week. I'm so proud of the guy for a guy who everyone, including Nate, who didn't have the guts to show up today. Nate, who gave up on, I'm kidding, who gave up on Nick Nemeth a long time ago.
Gave up on him.
Yeah, at his age, especially doing the things that he's doing and the shape that he's in, couldn't be more happy for him.
Yeah.
And Malik, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Since NXT's in the mix, bro, in like 2 years, bro, we gonna have to have these Braun Breaker convos on these 10 lists.
Once he wins the world title, it'll definitely be.
Braun Breaker combos will be disgusting.
Just a matter of when.
And I will leave.
I can only imagine what these lists are going to be in 10 years from now, bro. I can only imagine.
Yeah, Trick Williams not on there.
We will have an episode. Somebody did comment though down below. We will do an episode because that's a good idea. Somebody had mentioned we should do the same list, but we're talking about peaks. So we will do an episode on that. Just strictly peaks.
Roman's won.
Are we talking about just pro wrestling peaks?
Yeah, pro wrestling. The last decade.
Last decade. Oh, I was about to say. All
time. I'm like, damn.
We can do all time.
Taking up 5 spots.
I think all time will be a little bit more.
All time will be hard.
Can we also do all time? Because Austin taking up 5 spots.
You got
Austin taking up 5.
Austin taking up 5 spots, bro.
Realistically, if we're talking peaks, no biases aside. Just popular.
We getting specific.
Hogan, Rock, Austin, too? Roman, and Cena might be the 5 block. Like those might be.
Say that one more time.
You said who? You said who?
Hogan, Rock, Austin, Roman, and Cena. Those could be the top 5. We're talking just strictly peaks.
Why are you making that face, Luke?
Yes.
Those could be the 5. Ric Flair also.
You don't want to give my view any credit,
bro.
No, Rock's peak is crazy. Rock's peak is crazy.
He knows what he did. 2000 was great. Hey,
bro, y'all trying to set me up, bro.
Bro,
Ric Flair's also in the conversation as well. We're talking about peaks. Ric Flair.
I put Bret Hart above him.
Oh, Flair, yeah.
I put Bret Hart above my view.
That's crazy.
Peak wise.
Everything.
Yeah, with a straight face. Say it with a straight face.
I can't do it. Even I can't do it.
Brett sucks, bro. I can't, bro.
I
can't.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm kidding.
I have my V in the top 10. He's like, is he?
I am 6,
7. I don't know. Depending where Roman is, he's behind him. I don't think he's better than Roman.
Oof.
That's tough. They're kind of neck and neck
behind Roman. If in the future, if I had Roman motherfucking 6, my V is 7. Like he's not. I don't think
Undertaker. Undertaker peak is crazy.
Undertaker to go, bro.
Oh, 07 Taker, man.
Batista had a crazy peak too, though. I don't cap to. Batista's peak was crazy.
So wait, if we do the all time, are we like? How are we doing 1 year? Are we doing a stretch of years?
It's just their peak of popularity,
I would go 1 year.
Peak
to make
of
it easy.
when they their peak of when you know.
So Austin is taking up 10 spots, is what you're telling me.
It's just their peak of when you knew they were the best. So however long that was. So it could be a 2-3
again.
years.
So Hogan is taking up 20 spots, is what you're telling me.
20 is crazy.
No, because Hogan had 2 peaks though. He had a peak in WWE and WCW. So.
And both of those are making the
list. Peak didn't last as long, bro.
Yeah, they probably both do make the list.
They both make
Hollywood Hogan and Hulk Hogan just itself too. Yeah.
Hey, you know who had a crazy peak? That boy Sting.
Oh yeah.
Sting.
Flair,
too, bro.
Jeff Hardy.
No,
wait.
Jeff top 10.
CM Punk too. CM Punk's.
Can we get a Jeff Hardy fan to argue it just to see how funny it would be?
No. See, I'm an unbiased Jeff Hardy fan. So
what you mean, Trent? You never argued with a delusional Jeff Hardy fan?
I have. I don't like
it.
Why would you do that?
It's funny. It's funny.
It's not good for your health.
I've started to meet delusional Jeff Hardy fans. I'm like, y'all make me sick.
Exactly.
It's funny arguing with
you see where I'm coming from finally?
No, y'all make me sick. Why is he in your top 10? Move.
Oh, you see what I say? You see what I'm saying? Bro?
Because they like Jeff Hardy. Yeah, that's
he's top.
I don't know.
He's my favorite wrestler of all time by far.
There's just some wrestlers that
ever.
There was just some wrestlers
number 1.
There was just some wrestlers.
He has an argument.
Bruno's in the 10. We just don't
when it
know
comes to Jeff Hardy, bro. Growing up, I just never.
Yeah,
I was never attached to him.
He was
never like him.
Did you not like him, or you were just like he's cool?
Like when everybody was loving, I'm like, yeah,
that's how I feel about Ray.
Yeah, that's how I kind of felt. He was
him.
That's me with Ray.
Yeah,
that's me with Ray.
I'm grown to like him more, but growing up, Shawn Michaels.
I was a huge. Jeff Hardy was cool, but he was never I would say like one of my people that I was like, oh, that's my guy right there. Like Jeff Hardy was cool. I mean, I didn't downgrade or didn't root for him to succeed. I was happy when he won the titles and stuff, like because he deserved it. I was happy for him. But there's other people I'm like when he had that feud with Punk, I rooted for CM Punk.
I hated
shit,
Punk
bro.
for 5 years off.
I was a CM Punk guy.
Y'all see that comment? This that shit.
What Jeff could have been Cena level, not Cena level, not Cena level.
No,
I'm not gonna lie. If he didn't have the drugs though, problems realistically, like if he was more dependable,
he was outselling them. He was outselling.
His popularity was crazy. His popularity was crazy.
He
just wasn't dependable as Cena. You know what I mean? Like
he was.
If you really hear the stories Freddie Prinze told backstage, out there was people like actively fighting for Jeff to not be shit.
Freddie Prinze fought for Jeff, bro. He really did. He really
had fear that he wasn't dependable, and So
I mean,
he gambled because there was some shows that he was supposed to book Jeff on, like do the story himself, and he didn't go. So he had a lot of faith in them people.
He wasn't dependable. All right, so just for fun, we'll just do a little couple of games here, just for some clips that we need for social media and stuff. Just to bullshit around for the last couple minutes.
Cool.
So these will be individual questions for certain people. I'll just ask. So we'll start with Mo. We'll just start with Mo. We're gonna clip this up.
Oh
too.
Man.
Can you tell me the 10 superstars who have the most WrestleMania losses? Just the 10
losses. Okay, I know Triple H and Shawn are top of that list.
Triple H is number 1. He has 13 losses. Shawn Michaels is number 4, 11 losses.
Oh, 4. Okay. Big Show. Is Big Show up there?
Big Show is number 2. He has 12 losses.
Big Show sucks.
Damn.
Okay, now let me think through my WrestleManias now. What's the lowest number that's on this list?
And Triple H is number 1. He has 13.
I'm saying like the lowest amount of losses to make the list.
Oh, the lowest amount of losses is 7.
7. Jeez. Okay.
So we're talking 7 and above.
Oh, Triple H really a fucking WrestleMania loser.
I say
he is. He lost crazy.
Fucking lose, and he was gonna lose to Gable Stevenson. He's a loser.
I mean, Kane because of longevity.
Kane is number 3 on the list. Kane has 11 losses.
Kane just a loser in general.
I think Kane is.
He should have won way more. Bro.
Kane's had so many matches. I think he's top 5 in wins and losses.
Because he's a loser.
So many matches he's had. He's in top 5.
How many did Brett lose?
Bro literally won a world title and handed it to Austin the next night. He's a loser.
I can say Bret Hart has like the most wins in WWE history, so he's not.
That I know, yeah. Oh, he's not on the list. Okay.
I'm surprised that Bruno Sammartino has.
They didn't wrestle as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't wrestle as much. WrestleMania losses in years. Who was on it?
So you got the top 4. You got HBK. You got Kane. You got Big Show. You got Triple H.
Yeah, took it to go, bro.
So, can I get a hint? Because I'm lost. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, some of these kind of should be anonymous. One of them is Golden Age era.
Golden Age, okay.
The rest of them are not. So one of them is from the Golden Age.
Damn, Mo, you struggling?
Nigga, Hercules, shit.
You would think Mo would know this because all he does is read.
Oh, he do. Yeah, I would assume he would know.
I don't like keep track. Okay, this nigga lost that match. That nigga lost that match.
Yeah, I'm gonna be struggling. I ain't gonna cap you.
I really am right now.
Mo don't watch no movies. So
RVD, I don't know.
RVD.
Wait, no, he had a streak. Yeah, he had a streak.
There's a couple of wrestlers you got to think who've been around a long time though. Like you're missing some valuable names.
I think RVD the new taker, no?
Randy Orton is number 8. Randy Orton is number 6. He has 9 losses.
He's a loser too.
Everyone's just a loser to you.
Everybody on this list is crazy.
Seth's lost a few. Seth
is not on here.
He's not a loser.
Not Roman. No way.
So I would say you have Golden Age era. Another one is another legend.
I'm about to say Roman only lost like 3.
You have 2 guys on here who were mid-card guys. Are known for mid-cards. Christian is not on here.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck off.
And he's not a mid-card. He's a main eventer. Former world champ.
Not WWE, motherfucker.
2 world titles, bitch.
Another guy is a part of a legendary tag team.
Tag team. Jeff Hardy.
It's not Jeff.
Damn, because he lost a lot at
We
WrestleMania.
find out Matt Hardy with them damn ladder matches.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, fuck it, Matt.
Matt Hardy is number 9, 7 losses.
He's a loser, Mo. He's a loser.
That's why Jeff clears. Kofi?
Kofi not on there.
Yeah, because he's not a loser.
I'm trying to think of
This
niggas
is
that have
over.
been
This
around.
is 20, This is actually 2020. So Kofi. No, yeah, Kofi still would be on here because 2020. Because let's see,
He
who
only
he
lost
faced.
one more.
Yeah, he's only lost once, right? I think he WrestleMania 37. I don't think he had a match on that show.
Chat, R-Truth be at
No, he lost to AJ and Omos, and then 38, he had like some tag match with Sheamus and the Brawling Brutes. I don't remember who won that one though.
They did. I think they lost that match.
Oh yeah. So
At 39. I don't know if he had a match at 39. I don't think he was injured at the time.
I just had a name and I lost it. Dolph?
Dolph Ziggler is number 7, 8 losses.
Yo, he been on Mania that many times.
I didn't even know he been on Mania that many
You're
times.
missing 3.
Yeah.
How many Manias is
I'm missing 3.
on?
Okay, one of them is Golden Age. Is this Golden Age guy a main eventer?
No.
No, okay.
Chat, did y'all know Ziggler been on this many Manias?
If you give up, then I'll just name the other 3.
Yeah, I look at give up. I'm not gonna lie.
So number 10 is Tito Santana, 7 losses.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
Number 8 is Shelton Benjamin, 8 losses.
All right, relax on the go.
Oh, the Money in the Banks, yeah.
And number 5 is Chris Jericho, 9 losses.
Yeah, he's a loser. He's been a loser.
See, Jericho should have been an obvious one. Damn.
Jericho is
fucking lost to Fandango, bro.
Yeah, he did lose to Fandango.
Fandango, Kevin Owens. Those are the few I remember.
It's Fandango. Get it right, bro.
Fuck that. Bitch Dongo. Get that nigga off my screen.
If you don't say it right, he's not wrestling.
No, that's facts. That is facts. Fandango.
Was that the only game you had?
No, I'm just looking up some other shit.
That was hard, though. I can't lie.
He about to tell me name every single NXT champion in chronological order. I can.
Bro, I'm dead. Someone said Apple billing needs to be fucking sued. I'm not gonna lie. They be coming out of nowhere charging niggas, bro.
Bro.
Just be sitting there. It's like random charge from Apple. Like, you bitches.
Like, bro, they were taking money out my shit for DoorDash, and I haven't used DoorDash since the pandemic. And it's like, oh, you've been a Dash Pass member since 22, and I'm like, the fuck? So I cancel that shit because Uber Eats clears.
That logistics, especially pay wise. God damn it.
Yeah. Uber Eats be handing out coupons like it's candy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, you know that, man.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't really use both, honestly.
You get driven everywhere, huh?
I don't trust people with my food, so.
You shouldn't. I was eating fries that nigga shit.
Oh, that's fucked up. See, that's what I'm saying.
If you ain't tip me and I'm driving crazy, yeah, I'm getting a fry, nigga.
Yo, what? Nah, you're
That's
crazy.
Yo, you got me driving crazy. Like, okay, let's say I'm getting paid $3 and I gotta drive like 10 miles. Oh yeah, give me a
You
fry.
got tipped? What the fuck? You want me to not tip?
Nigga, they ain't tip me if I'm getting paid $3
Right,
for a 10-mile drive.
This one is a Royal Rumble one, so.
Royal Rumble.
See, that would have been easier for me. I ain't gonna.
Royal Rumble is like my worst knowledge of the Big Four.
You said
I'm gonna do Trent. I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna let you go to this one. I need you to tell me the top 10 wrestlers who have the most appearances in a Royal Rumble match.
God damn.
Yeah.
So the 10 who have this the Royal Rumble, the 30-man Rumble. It's the Rumble match.
Damn, like what the fuck?
But just say Kane loser as. He's a loser.
Well, yeah. Since you said him, let's get Kane out the way.
Kane is number 1 with 20.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's a loser.
I'm assuming since all the shit with Kofi. Is Kofi there?
Kofi Kingston is number 4 with 14.
Okay.
Look at Braxton trying to identify this shit, man. Shut up.
Randy.
Randy Orton is number 3 with 14.
The Miz.
The Miz is also on here. The Miz is number 6 with 13.
I got 2 names in mind right now.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio is on here. He's number 5 with 13.
He's a sympathy loser.
A sympathy winner, for being real.
Like what? What type of like what? What does that even mean?
You know what that
Hey,
means.
he only won it because
Taker.
Undertaker is number 10 with 11.
How many I gotta get?
You got 1, 2, 3. You got 4 left.
The GOAT John Cena.
John Cena's not on here.
Man's be defending the title, bro.
Did I say HBK yet?
Shawn Michaels is on here at number 8 with 12.
All right.
You cooking so far, bro? You only got 3 left.
You doing way better than I am.
What about Big Show?
Big Show is number 9 with 12.
No shit.
He's really bold, bro.
Let me think. Triple H.
Triple H is not on here.
Damn.
How many he got left?
2.
Yeah, he got 2 left.
Like 2.
I'm thinking of the 2 right now. Then.
Hang on, I can't. Nah, no way, Brock, no way.
Brock Lesnar's not on here.
Yeah, no way, right?
Yeah, how many Rumbles that motherfucker been in since he came back? Like 3?
A couple.
3.
Yeah.
One of them?
16.
Most eliminations in one, right? No,
16, 17, 20, and 22.
20, 22.
4. He won one of them. Damn.
What's his name?
Then he was only in 1 back in the day.
Shelton Benjamin?
Shelton Benjamin is not on here.
Damn.
Did I say Jericho?
Jericho is not on here.
Damn. Golly. Damn, bro.
I know one is a random ass nigga, bro. I swear, like you wouldn't think of him.
Oh, let me think of somebody that was in WWE for mad long. Like mad long. What's his? Goldust?
Goldust is number 7 with 13.
That's sick work.
That's the
He
one I
really
was just
got
talking
that.
about. That's the one I was just talking
He
about.
really got that.
And then I don't know the last one. I might be shit SOL. I get a hint.
The last one you're missing is a guy who was mid-card, main event, a little bit, but mostly mid-card.
Ziggler?
Dolph Ziggler, number 2, 15.
I see. Okay.
Because I remember 2018 Mez that kept talking about it. It was he tied up with Goldust or whatever.
Damn, he did better than you. Most crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was a different list. It's a different list. Would that be Trent?
Let me see if I can find one for Lewis.
He gonna give me some bullshit one.
Give him some bullshit.
He gonna do. He gonna do, bro. Give me the list.
Who's your historian? You good?
No, I'm not. The fuck?
Yeah.
That's Mo. What do you mean?
Yeah, sure.
His whole page is all about fucking history.
Yeah, it kind of is. Now that I think about it, kind of
Y'all be pointing the wrong fingers at me, bro. Like, I don't even be. I just be watching for real. That's all.
Bro, gonna give you the most Survivor Series eliminations or whatever.
I'd cry.
I couldn't tell you that either, and I just watched them shits.
I'd cry. I'd cry. I don't think I could do that.
No, Survivor Series is crazy.
Fuck no.
The redheaded stepchild of the Big Fours, bro.
Unfortunately,
He deserves so much more respect.
that's why I don't give a fuck about it.
You and Cam talking about get rid of it. Y'all gonna have to.
I never said get rid of it.
You agreed with Cam.
No,
that's your first mistake.
Lewis, 25 wrestlers better than my Villa. You missed the time
All
when I
of
did
them.
101.
Oh, yeah,
101 is
101 is diabolical behavior, bro.
You missed the time I did 100. Where you
So
been,
we talking
buddy?
about in ring or just like in general?
Nah, what you mean? He said 25. I did 101. I missed that one.
You got it.
You can find it
You
somewhere.
got it.
I did it on like 7 shows.
You got it, bro.
This was in. This is 2021 now. This is different. Well, it might not be too different now, actually.
Tell you what, he gonna do some bullshit like say every NXT champion in order. Or some shit.
Nah, he gonna give you every WWE champion.
Well, I mean, fuck no. I ain't doing that shit.
That's cake though.
That's not cake for me.
I did it.
You historian. I don't know why they give me. I don't know why they give me that title.
Because you know a lot outside of WWE. I'm all WWE.
Are you saying you don't know a lot?
If it's not WWE, y'all got it. I'm not. Shit, I'll be honest. You can call me an e-drone. I'll be like, yep.
That's how me treat it. Oh yeah, can you do 200, Dre? Yes, I can, bro.
I kind of want to see. I did that with Ryan.
You know how many wrestlers I? You know how many wrestlers I know? Do you know how many wrestlers?
All right, so this is for Lewis. So we did WrestleMania losses. We're gonna do WrestleMania wins now.
Bro, all right.
All right. Can you tell me the top 10 superstars that have the most WrestleMania wins?
Jeez, Undertaker, get out the way.
So Undertaker is number 1, 25 wins.
RVD.
Rob Van Dam is not on this list.
What? John Cena.
John Cena is number 2 with 10 wins.
All right, now I'm trying to blank. Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns is on this list. He is number 9 with 8 wins.
Okay, if Roman's here, Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is on this list as well. Hulk Hogan is number 6 with 8 wins.
All right, so I got Taker, Cena, Roman, Hogan. Not Randy because he's a loser apparently. Bret Hart.
Bret Hart's not on this list.
Good.
Wow.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold not on this list.
Maivia.
Maivia's not on this list either.
Yeah, not good. He's a loser too. So wait, I have Undertaker, Cena, Roman, Hogan.
You got to think of people who were like had like WWE like for years.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm thinking. Jericho. No,
Jericho's not on here.
Fuck.
Finn Balor. Here we go.
There is one guy who's on here for losses and wins. So one guy that was on the loss list is on this list.
What the fuck? Really? Is it not Big Show? Because he beat Cody for like his first dub.
I'm sorry. There's two people. I saw a different name.
What the fuck?
And to retract my statement, okay, I'm looking at a different list. Bret Hart is on here. He has 8 wins. Sorry.
Oh, yippee! So that's 5.
That's a great thing.
That's 5. Randy Orton.
3. Randy Orton is on here. 8 wins.
So I need 4 more.
There's another guy on here who's been at a lot of WrestleManias, lost a lot, but also won a lot. Another guy who's been on here. Triple H is on here. He's number 3 with 10 wins.
Wait, hold on. He won 10 and lost how many? 11?
13.
Bro, why am I being called the Bret Hart guy, bro? You're literally the Finn
Wait, how many
Balor
do we have left? Is that 3?
We have 1.
For a nigga that loses.
Is it 3?
2, 3, yes.
Can I get some hints, please?
Finn Balor is not a better wrestler than Bret Hart.
1, 2.
Shawn Michaels is not on this list, right?
No, one of them is retired.
Batista?
Batista's not on here. 2 are still active. 1 is retired.
All right, judging based off of his track record, is Brock on this list?
Brock Lesnar is not on here.
The fuck?
What?
Huh? He won it at like every Mania besides 1. It's crazy. Or 2. It's not Kurt Angle.
Lesnar lost a couple of times. He lost to Goldberg. He's lost to Triple H.
Yeah.
He lost to the Roman Reigns match. He also lost to Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, he lost a lot. God damn.
Lost to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Twice, actually.
So one of them is retired.
One of them is retired.
Chat, it's not Flair. Is it Flair?
No.
Oh, so one of them is retired. What was he? Was his peak in the Ruthless era?
He was around during that era.
Was his peak in the Attitude era?
He was also in that era too.
Don't tell me Kane, bitch ass.
Kane is on here.
Oh my god, bro.
Kane is on here. Kane has 8 wins.
So am I missing just one more?
You're missing 2. 2 guys are still wrestling right now.
Are they in the mid card right now?
They're 2 legends.
They're currently employed.
Yes.
Is one of them Miz?
It's not the Miz.
Not the Miz. I'm just throwing out random names, guys. Is one of them Seth Rollins?
It's not Seth.
So they're both currently active. I'm trying to think of the names right now. It ain't Jey Uso, bitch ass, because he sucks.
One guy honestly might surprise you.
Cody?
No.
Shit. Yeah, nah, he took 2 L's back to back. I'm trying to think, Chad. I'm trying to think. Brett is a technical Ricochet because he is. What do you mean?
That's crazy.
So you said these names are gonna surprise me?
One of them might.
One of them. And they're both active right now.
2 legends.
2 legends. It ain't R-Truth.
Absolutely not.
R-Truth is hilarious. Did he just get his first?
Yeah, just did. Crazy.
If you tap out, let me know. I'll just read them to you.
No. I'm gonna get it, bro. I'm gonna get it. Chad already said Cena. Stop playing with my dome, bro. No. So can I? Is it Rey Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio is number 10 with 8 wins.
Get the fuck out my face. Who the fuck gave this motherfucker 10 wins? The fuck?
8 wins.
He's more than Brett, Mo. How you feel?
Shut up.
You're not allowed to feel. Shut up.
The other guy you're missing. This guy actually was undefeated at WrestleMania for a while.
It's not RVD?
Just didn't get talked about enough because it wasn't Undertaker.
It's not RVD?
No.
Is it Shane?
Edge?
It's Edge.
Yeah, because he had a streak.
Edge, you bitch. Fuck you. You ruined my perfect 10.
Edge has 9 wins.
Well, 14 matches. I got 9 out of 10.
What was it? When was his first Mania? Oh, Mania was once in 24.
If you guys remember, the match
his first Mania was TLC, right?
No, I'm saying like his first Mania.
The triangle.
Yeah, his first Mania L was against Undertaker.
Yeah,
that was the first WrestleMania because they had told a story. They told a story going into that WrestleMania that he was undefeated at WrestleMania, and he undefeated against Undertaker. That was part of the story that they were telling.
I might watch that match tonight, bro. That was a great match.
Rey Mysterio is on here though. 14 matches, 8 wins. Rey Mysterio does have a lot of wins though. I mean, he WrestleMania 21, he beat Eddie.
Really? RVD not on the list?
WrestleMania 22.
I know RVD has like 7. Damn, that's crazy.
He just wasn't in WWE long enough. That's the thing.
Yeah, the triple threat at WrestleMania 22. He beat JBL. He beat CM Punk. Beat Dom twice.
Oh, Malik, they want to know your women's U.S. title thoughts.
Lazy.
Women's U.S. title thoughts?
No, you didn't expect none.
Wait, you said it's lazy?
As fuck. But I'm gonna let it rock.
Nigga, how?
Oh boy.
Look at the
like, I'm dead ass. Like I'm not even trying.
Look at how many times they've done the same thing.
You said what?
It's not okay, so it's not a big deal to me. It's really not. I'm just glad. I'm glad the women got a mid card title. I just think it's giving opportunity. It's giving opportunity to women who's never going to be. No, that aspect is great. That aspect is great. There's no issue with that. I'm talking about the belt design and them running back the same fucking belt over and over, bro.
No. Come on, you
like I said, the good part outweighs that, so it doesn't even.
I say yeah. I thought you talking about like the idea, not like the belt.
No, hell no. That's the
right still, I'm not gonna lie. Even though it's lazy, the belt is lazy. The shit clean as hell. Can't even like.
I hate.
Are we claiming Mo is sexist, chat?
Huh?
What?
Nah, I ain't saying all that now. But look, not the belt clean though. Mo, even though it might just have a white strap on it, it's clean.
I don't
like because they did the same thing in NXT with the North American title. It's the same aspect.
Honestly, I'm just excited to see the careers that it's gonna reinvent. Because not gonna lie, once Shayna Baszler gets her hands on that bitch, yeah, it's gonna be up. I ain't gonna lie. Shayna Baszler's not cooked yet. She has one more chance. She got one more chance.
Are you sure?
Shayna Baszler could realistically, with that title, go on a
She get
Gunther
into that
type run.
Finn Balor territory for me.
As long as she's stuck in Pure Fusion Collective, I don't know,
No
bro.
cap.
I don't know.
She get into
That
that Finn
too.
Balor territory for me, bro. Like,
But this could open up a lot of doors for what wrestlers in the women's division to be helped elevated up on the main roster, because there's no reason NXT should be outshining your main roster women's division. You got a lot of great talent in that women's division on the main roster for both Raw and SmackDown. So this mid-card championship for, you know, whoever wins it, whether they want to give it to somebody who's already solidified, maybe like a Bayley or, you know, Charlotte Flair, like if they want to give it to those people to help build up the championship's credibility and then drop it to somebody else afterwards to help put somebody else over, that's okay. If they want to give it to somebody who really needs it, like a Michin or Chelsea Green, even somebody like Naomi in that aspect, you know, if they want to give it to some people like that to help, you know, build up, you know, people to get to that main event scene off the rip, that's also a good choice as well. So they have two directions they could go in as far as, you know, honestly, how they could make this work.
I would give it to Chelsea Green, let her go on a run on it, and then
I agree.
You know, take it off for 2 months before Money in the Bank, and then strap Money in the Bank on her.
Ooh,
I like that.
That's what I do.
Cooking.
I like that. I like Chelsea Green winning the championship. She's actually the person I would put it on, but you know, there's other good options they have out there if they want to, you know, whichever direction they want to go in. I don't know exactly how they want.
Is
to
it just for SmackDown?
I think they said Raw was included too. So
so it's a floating mid-card title, which I think is a good idea.
I love that. That's a great idea.
So this could be if it's going to be for both Raw. Like Raw could use it too, especially Raw, because man, gosh, Raw is right now.
Over there.
Yeah, it's fried right now on the Raw, but they got a lot of good talent. They're just not presentable with the women's division as it should be to, you know, help a lot of superstars feel credible as they should. So I'm excited to see where this could go. I mean, the only way they really can mess it up is if they just don't properly book the championship to make it mean something. Like it took them a while to get the tag team titles right, but the tag team titles, I'll give them a little bit of pass because they got to create teams and then they have to do different aspects. With the mid-card championship, it's just one individual. So, you know, as long as they make it feel presentable, there should really be no issue with it. You know what I mean? You just got to really establish it and make it mean something. So,
you know what I think is cool about this too is eventually this is a way you can call up NXT talent, like somebody you see potential in. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like let's say somebody like, I'm gonna throw a random name. Like, let's say somebody like Lyra did an open challenge for that mid card title. Call up Roxanne. First night, beat her. I'm rocking with it.
I'm not against that. That's not a bad choice.
No, you over here doing that like you wasn't screaming like a little girl when Paige beat AJ Lee. Shut your ass up.
Well, I was doing this. That's why.
Oh yeah. Your face was like.
What's wrong with Paige?
I'm not gonna lie.
Fire.
I mean,
at the time,
I was just confused.
That's all I get. I mean, shit. That's all. That's
but
all.
Yeah, no, like somebody like Roxanne can easily come up, open challenge, and win that belt her first day.
Like that is true. That is true too. Roxanne would be a good fit for it. Somebody like Lyra could use it well. Lyra Valkyria. I mean, she could use it. You know, to
I heard the idea of throwing it on like an established star to build the title's credibility, but I'm like,
that's what I just said.
I'd rather just give it to somebody and build them up from the ground up with that belt.
That's not a bad option.
The only bad thing is get rid of the tag titles, dog. Get rid of it.
I agree. That should have been gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Bianca and Jade is the perfect team to just put that shit away, dog.
Yeah, unfortunately they won't. We're sending them back to NXT. They're really good at NXT, so if they just want to make them exclusively to NXT, that's fine because they got so many women on the roster. They could use, you know, they could do a lot of good things with that over in NXT, but I don't think they will. They're probably going to keep it on the main roster. Hopefully they'll be able to find a balance. That's the key word, balance. Hopefully they'll be able to make a way to, you know, put it on a good scale where they can make everything feel as important, because not everything's going to be perfect in wrestling, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan. I understand that, but if you're going to introduce these titles, I don't need another like 5 years of the tag team titles and feeling nonchalant, and then you finally were able to figure it out. Like, I need the women's US title to mean something where you can help put up other women on that main roster, because you kind of desperately need it right now at this stage.
I didn't see the announcement. Did they say when they're gonna crown it?
No, they said to be determined. So could be Survivor Series, could be.
You know what would have been fire, bro, if they announced this around Mania season, and the tag titles are done, and then you do a bracket.
Ladder match been great.
Jade on one side, Bianca on the other side of the bracket. Because that's a way you could have elevated it without having somebody hold it. And then you have Jade beating Bianca in the finals after a breakup. That's what I would have done.
That's not a bad option either. That's not a bad option. I'm not against it.
Honestly, but I think somebody like Lyra gotta win it. Because I think we can agree Rhea Ripley got Royal Rumble on lock, sadly.
Probably.
Rhea's probably a fit. If not, she's definitely winning the chamber because I think now with her injury, it's going to be her and Liv at WrestleMania for sure. Like that's when the feud is ending. So, if she doesn't win the Rumble, it'll be the chamber. But
hey, you know what this WrestleMania is? It's a stat card, but this WrestleMania should be titled "Nigga, end this shit now." That's what the card is. End this shit now.
Roman Rock and
the Bloodline and Roman might be a end this shit now show. That's what it is. It's the end this shit now show.
It's gonna be interesting to see what different directions they want to go into to make it kind of balance out as far as how they're gonna do it. So I'm excited though. I'm happy for the women though. I hope they can make it work. That's just. We only can hope at this point. I mean, whether they mess it up or not is to be determined. But I'm hoping they can make it work. I don't think
you see Chelsea Green being the first one to hold it.
I don't know if she will. I mean, I would personally make it her, but I don't know if she is though. I mean, I don't know if they value her like that or not. So
you don't think they give it to Sonya Deville?
Probably not.
I'm just thinking realistic here.
Probably not Sonya Deville.
I'm trying to be.
I see Zelina Vega as a strong candidate.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zelina Vega could be somebody.
Michin, Naomi.
Michin too.
Oh, Naomi would be
a great option. That'd be a great option.
Naomi would fire.
Naomi would be a great option as well.
Ooh, Naomi and Chelsea Green in the finals, bro. Come on now.
And there's some other Raw women too, like Io Kyrie too. Those are people. So
Kyrie would be cool.
I think Io would be a better option.
I'm just excited to see what this belt does for the women, like the women that were dead in the water, or and eventually show what they can actually do. Like somebody like Shayna Baszler, when eventually that faction ends, I could really see her like this title really be reinventing her.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shayna, man, I don't know. I don't know if they can.
She's cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she unfortunately might be.
If Finn Balor's cooked. Yeah, if Finn Balor's cooked, Shayna Baszler's for sure cooked.
Gang, I saw this clip of Dom saying that he's gonna prove to everybody that he can be world champ, and Finn making like a disgusted face, but like, bro, you've been cooked, bro. Stop lying. You ain't winning shit, bro.
Yeah, they're telling the storyline of the jealousy aspect right now between the two, so that's why it's kind of interesting for some people who've been watching Raw and stuff like that. Judgment Day is imploding before our eyes. It's only a matter of time at this point. There's only so far it's going to be able to go, so it's about to blow up in front of everybody's face and everything. So.
I know we say it about factions a lot, but it really ain't the same without Rhea and Liv. Or Rhea.
Someone said don't have Tiffany cash in on it.
No, that's big word. Tiffy Theory, Austin Stratton.
Let's not even put that out in the air, bro. Let's not do that. Let's
just keep that.
Bro, when I was doing the watch along, someone said, "Well, what if Tiffany cashes in on the Crown Jewel Champions?"
Get that shit out of here, bro. Y'all are wrong. You guys, this chat says
she cashes in mid-match. She cashes in mid-match.
Bro, you know what this chat be doing all the time? This chat says dumb shit, and then when they actually do the dumb shit, they're like, "Why did WWE do it?" Because you said it. You dumb motherfuckers.
You put it in the air, goddammit.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Triple H watching this like, you know what? Hold on. Let's be honest.
Now I kind of want to see it just for the memes.
Y'all acting like Triple H don't be watching our shows. You know good and well, especially for G. You know good and well he be watching.
Yeah, he be following G, bro. There's no way he doesn't.
Sometimes G be cooking, sometimes he don't. Even Triple H got his limits. He knew Finn was cooked. He was like, all right, bro, I ain't gonna do all that.
He was like, hey, relax.
Yeah, that's what he said. Finn winning the world title? Yes.
Calmate. Go over there.
Who are y'all early picks for the Royal Rumble wins? This is right now. Could always change, but as of right now, who you see?
Cena.
You really think it's gonna be John Cena?
I have a feeling. I just have that feeling.
He needs his
I can't because the punk feud with Seth is over there. They're not gonna have the world title in that.
You sure?
I think they might.
They could have, but I don't think they will.
Not saying those two fight, but I think they could include Gunther in it. I could see them putting Gunther in it.
Oh, like a triple threat? Yeah. I kind of want a multi-man. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want a multi-man.
And then Gunther smokes that ass, bro. Don't worry, bro.
For me, as of right now...
Did you guys hear the one match type Gunther said he wants to do?
No.
He said in interviews that he really wants to do a cage match.
Cage match would be dope.
Ooh, like he like that classic wrestler too, so it would be like one of those old school steel cages.
Yeah.
As of right now, the only people that I think are winning for the women, the only person I can see is Rio at this stage. I don't think it's gonna be Io because Io's about to get the title match against Liv. Maybe if Becky comes back, maybe it's Charlotte, but I'm having a feeling it's gonna be Rhea because I think she is going to face Liv.
I think Becky were after Mania.
And then for the men's, I still think it's gonna be Roman Reigns for the men's.
You think Cody Roman's gonna be the thing?
Yes, bro.
Cody Roman the triple threat. I told you.
Yeah,
Roman's winning the Rumble.
I wholeheartedly. I don't know about the women's. Maybe it's not Rhea, but I wholeheartedly believe, without a doubt, Roman Reigns is winning Royal Rumble.
Trent gonna get nasty when they're.
I think they are doing that triple threat at WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be.
Bro, my thing is though, Mo, you talking about the with the triple threat, bro? You gonna like it, bro? You might not like it.
I just want Roman to happen and get it out the way.
Because to be honest, I don't really want the triple threat either. But I just know if it happens, that shit is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be crazy.
Sure.
It's gonna be crazy.
I just want the damn bloodline story to go away.
Why?
Before the NWO 2000 allegations start, bro.
I'm tired of this. Shit is elite.
It's nothing compared to NWO. NWO, if they fell off, Bloodline ain't
fell. This is actual family members. This is what I don't get. Like, they have a right to be in the story. Like, Lance and why he about to be here too.
I'm not the one. Cam's the one saying get rid of all these people. I'm not the one saying it.
Well, Cam got to realize they're all family, so you can't quite literally get rid of them. If the story is called the Bloodline,
like good quality, that's what it is.
Cam plays 2K20. We move.
That is still ridiculous.
This is good quality television. And the Bloodline storyline, obviously.
I just deleted 2K24 because I don't play WWE games anymore.
The Bloodline storyline obviously has had its bad times. It hasn't been good consistently throughout the 4 years.
Really had bad times.
They've been able to revive it so many times, and when it gets to a peak, the peak is crazy good. Like,
for sure.
It's gonna be. I think they're doing the triple threat. I think it's gonna be Cody versus Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 41, and then they're doing Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 42. Especially if they do it in London, which I don't know for sure, but I've heard rumors that it's gonna be in Wembley Stadium. That's what I think they're doing. I think they're going that agenda. They've been teasing too much about it. It just fits with the story aspect. I think they're going to have Roman Reigns. The story aspect, here's how I think they're going to do the exact story. Okay. Cody Rhodes had to get the Roman Reigns the last 2 years by winning the Royal Rumble. I think they're going to do the same story with Roman Reigns to get back to Cody Rhodes because he's probably going to win War Games, get back as Ulafala. He'll have a bloodline again. He'll be a different version of himself. The only thing he'll have the wise man. The only thing he'll need to get back at that point is the WWE Championship, which Cody will still have. I think he wins the Royal Rumble. He's going to challenge Cody, but The Rock is going to step in and pretty much just abuse his power. And because he's on the TKO board, he's going to insert himself into the match and make it a triple threat. And the story aspect will they'll have Rock challenge Cody before WrestleMania, like before the Royal Rumble, and say, I'm facing you at WrestleMania before the Rumble even happens. And then Roman will like pretty much snatch that away from him. Just like how Cody snatched it away this year, was like, you know what? I'm going to finish my story. They'll probably have Roman say, you know, I got it. I'm going to handle it, Rock. You sit out. I'm going to handle it. That'll allow The Rock to come in and abuse his power. Or The Rock will just, because he already has beef with Cody, and he's probably going to have beef with Roman for teaming with Cody. They'll probably add that into the story, and they'll probably insert him in then that way. We know, just kind of saying like, I'm going to take you out. And I'm going to do what I want to do this year. Because last year, he could have took the main event away from Cody if he wanted to. Like, realistically, we know he could have really did that if he really wanted to push through it. And because the fans still been calling him selfish and they still haven't given him credit, I think they're going to put that a part of the story. Like, I did the right thing last year and y'all still pick him. Well, I don't care what y'all say. I'm doing what I want this year. Fuck what y'all say. I don't care what you say, what you want. This is about what I want this year. I'm taking it from him. I'm taking it from all of you. I'm going to be the final boss. Just that type of vibes I think he's going to give off this year, where he's going to like really abuse his power, like to the extent where like it gets firmly annoying, where it's like, all right, now The Rock is really being selfish. Like, that's why I think they're gonna play out that character when he comes back. It's like selfish Rock, where he's taking like
I think people need to get ready for it too, because when I always see Maivia in these scenarios, you should always gear up for the potential of him eventually being a champion. Just saying. If the story goes in a direction where it calls for it, I can see him having the same run he had in 2013, where he holds the belt for like 2.5 months and walks into Mania as champion. I can see a scenario like that. People don't want it, but it's true. It's true.
He'll beat Cody at the Rumble.
It is.
I wouldn't be. The thing is, Cody is going to end up being a multiple-time champion anyway, so I could see a scenario where Cody gets overwhelmed. Because not Roman, because Randy's going to be dealing with fucking Kevin Owens around this time frame too.
Yeah, because that feud could sting out to Mania too.
Yeah, that feud.
Or if they still could do Cena versus Orton too. So
we've been telling Mo this for mad long. He in denial. We've
been
saying
denial what?
Bro,
of what?
That's the thing. He has a strong chance of winning the championship.
Rock can be champ.
He could be champ.
I'm not saying he won't. I'm not saying he won't. I'm saying that's fucking disgusting, and they should not do that.
It is disgusting, but at the same time,
that's my point. That's been my point.
It is disgusting,
but I don't know. My thing is, though, I don't.
You don't hate the man more than me. Let me just get that out the way.
I don't know if they'll have. I don't know if they'll really have Rock beat Cody before he really gets to that full year, though, because if he beats him at the Rumble, like, he's just right there for that year. Like, it's literally.
No, I hear you, but it's like you said, the way how Maivia is, we can. All scenarios are on the table, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, but I could see
a scenario. Bitches on the table.
I could see a scenario where they have Cody lose and then win it back at Mania or something like that. I mean, yeah, I could see something like that, but
God,
yeah, I could also see a scenario where Roman gets the belt back.
Too. Yeah, I mean, if they do the
all of it on the table.
If they do the triple threat legitimately, I could see all three people winning the match. Like, all three winners wouldn't shock me. Like, if it was Rock, if it was Cody, if it was Roman, I wouldn't be.
Rock closing WrestleMania as champion in 2025 would be hilarious. Oh.
But you know what, though? The reason I also could see them doing it, because even though internet fans go crazy, realistically, if we're being real, if The Rock wins at WrestleMania, the crowd's gonna pop. Let's be honest. The crowd's gonna pop.
Well, look at it from this sense, right? Roman, Maivia beats Cody at the Rumble for the title, and then Roman could regain the title back at WrestleMania. Now, if we look at it, because if we all of us are saying that we see Roman and Maivia happening at 42, Maivia's build against Roman in 42 could quite literally be you're only the champion because Cody was involved. I swear to God, if it was one-on-one, you're not beating me, and I'm gonna get the belt back. That's an easy path to 42.
I'm looking at the story of how I see Rock.
Everything is there. Every direction's open, bro.
How I see the Rock and Roman story going, and the reason I think they're going to do it at 42 instead of 41 is I think the main story they're going to tell is Rock is disgusted and disappointed with Roman, and he's not going to acknowledge him anymore because of him teaming with Cody and not being mainly focused on trying to get the title back and preventing others from doing it. Like when Solo was trying to do the right thing and bring it back to the family, Roman stopped it from happening. Yeah. And The Rock hates Cody so much. He's like, why are you teaming up with him? We did everything we possibly could do to take everything away from him. And then you teamed up with him to stop somebody else in your own family from taking back what was ours in the first place. And I think that's the story they're going to tell. And then The Rock is going to step in and say, I'm going to do what you can't do, what you don't have the guts to do. I'm going to bring it back to the bloodline. I'm going to do our family honor and be the final boss, the real tribal chief, whatever they want to say, at that stage. So that's how I think they're going to kind of start to plant the seeds for that, because we all have seen since Roman has come back, that Ulafala means more to him than anything. You know what I mean? Like, that means more to him to life itself. So if The Rock starts to kind of poke the bear where he's like telling Roman he's going to take it from him, well, that's not going to sit well with Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Like, you're not taking this from me, especially after I just got it back. Had to get it back from Solo out of all people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just about to give it to you. Like, you're not taking anything. So that's how I think they're going to do it. I think it's going to be a longer thing that they're doing because the final boss stuff is so good and they got so much out of it, though. Like, that's the thing. I think how they're looking at the final boss gimmick is it wasn't supposed to happen and it's so unexpected. But I think there's so many things they could do storyline-wise with the character. I think it's going to stretch out a little bit longer than people are expecting. If this had just been like regular babyface Rock, they would have already done it. But this is a version of Rock that has different layers to it that we haven't seen before. And there's a lot of good stories they can tell with him. So, and the part that sucks is that he's not around all the time. So the stories will stretch out further than people may want it to stretch out. So if they do WrestleMania in London, realistically, that could be the greatest WrestleMania crowd you've ever seen. And
for
Rock
sure.
versus Roman is just the main event I think they're going to do for it.
People just have to accept every door is open for every possibility.
It is. So when you break it down that way, I'm like, you know what? I'm not too mad at it if they do it at 42, right? My problem, and it's probably just a situation of just sit down and watch, nigga. What are they gonna do between 41 and 42? But again, just
well, that's how they stretch it out, though. That's of Rock not being there all the time and Roman not being there all the time either. When he's on the part time, they can stretch it out for as long as they want. They've proven that with the Bloodline stuff. If anything, they did it with Roman's reign as champion. They did it without him as champion. Like one thing about the story, I think they're trying to prove is that they can do long-term things and stretch things out and gravitate people's attention spans, because we live in an era where people just want everything now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're not giving everything to you right now. You're gonna have to wait. You got to wait it out, and we're gonna give it to you when we're ready to give it to you. You know what I mean? So that's how the Bloodline storyline has really been portrayed, honestly, from the start. So that's how I think they're telling the stories with the Rock stuff. I think it's gonna be planned out, and it's gonna stretch out a little bit further than people want, because realistically, people complaining about, we didn't get it at Mania 41 and Cody took it away from us. We could have already had it before that, though. We could have had it at 39 last year when it was in Hollywood.
About that.
We could have had it at 38 when it was in Texas. Like, this could have already happened. You know what I mean? So this match could have been happened before even WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, blame that bull.
Rock wasn't there to make it happen.
Blame him.
Blame him. So.
I think it's mad at Cody for winning the Royal Rumble.
You see, but everybody, I think people really got to understand with the man, with the power that this man Maivia has. Like, people keep saying, "Oh, he's not going to do that." Have you met the man? I'm done.
He will do anything he fucking wants. Like,
he got it. I'm not gonna lie.
People, as soon as you accept that every door is open for every possibility, then it becomes better. But
everything could happen for a reason. So you know what I mean? Like, if they really wanted to make Cody a guy, like really solidify him, they could have him pin Rock at WrestleMania, but it could be like Roman's fault. You know what I mean? Where it's like Cody gets the win, but it was like Roman Reigns' fault that The Rock lost. That pushes the Rock storyline with Roman right there, and then Cody's now bigger than ever at this stage. You know what I mean? So then you continue to push him as champion, however they want to do. So there's different layers they could do to the story. Like I said, if they do the triple threat at WrestleMania, anybody in that match could win that scenario. Anybody could literally win. It's all about storytelling and how they feel the story could go. And people may not like certain decisions of things, but if there's anything about the Bloodline story, I always said you got to let it wait out, though. You may not like the decision. Just like when Cody lost at WrestleMania last year, people was tripping about that. I'm like, bro, you just gotta wait and see what happens, though. You don't know what can happen. You gotta wait and see how it plays out. You know what I mean? So you gotta give it time. So even if Rock does beat Cody, I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna hate it. But the long-term thing, I don't know how it could turn out. Maybe it could be something really good. Maybe it could be something terrible.
If that happens, that will you guys will see a generational crash out on this podcast.
I'm saying, bro, he has a strong. Every Cody fan should really fear once we get to Royal Rumble season. Like, y'all have to.
I mean, Cody's gonna win the belt back, so I'm not worried about that. It's just the story.
Are we really sure about that?
Cody will have more.
Well, eventually,
range,
eventually.
Yeah, Cody's always.
But honestly, though, I think
at least to me, talking about I don't see Maivia winning the title. You're crazy.
See, that's where you wrong, bro.
That's where
I see it. That's the problem is I see it. It makes me say
I see it.
I can see him being Brock Lesnar or not give. I can see him being Brock Lesnar not giving a fuck and hold that bitch until next Mania.
I think. I don't know if it hold it that long, but I
think I see it all, bro.
There's at least at this stage, to me, there's a bigger fear of Rock winning it over Roman at this stage. Like,
if Roman wins it, I'm okay.
Like, Roman winning is possible, but I think there's a stronger possibility I could see Rock taking it from Cody than Roman Reigns at this stage right now. Like,
hold on, Malik. Having Maivia beat Cody wouldn't be buried. You're bugging. It's Maivia.
Cody's fine. Cody at this point is bulletproof. He's bulletproof.
That's not burying. You guys don't know the word buried at all.
I feel like the word buried gets thrown around a little.
It's way.
It's
that's not buried, bro.
Would you? Okay, so question: would you consider Punk buried in 2013? No. So
no.
No, I don't. He got fucked over.
But yeah, he got fucked over. There we go. That's the word for it.
He got messed
with. He faced the Undertaker.
Buried is ridiculous.
You facing the Undertaker. They literally, at least they made you do the Undertaker shit.
Cody Rhodes right now is too valuable to be buried.
He's bulletproof.
Like certain people just can't be touched when they get to a certain level. You know what I mean?
Seth Rollins, bro.
Like when you get to a certain level,
he's chilling.
When you get to a certain level, certain people are just untouchable. Certain people are just bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like John Cena. We talk about John Cena's legacy, but John Cena hasn't won a match in 6 years, a singles match in 6 years, bro. He's lost 6 consecutive years in a row in every singles match, but nobody looks at John Cena any differently. He's still the GOAT to some people. He's still John Cena, bro. Like his name value is just too powerful at this point. He's bulletproof. So certain people just can't be touched at this stage. And I mean, Cody Rhodes is just one of those people, especially after everything he's done the last 2 years. Like there's nothing they can do to bury Cody. Now, if this was somebody different, like this was like, this was like LA Knight or something like that, or Braun Breaker, somebody yet who's they haven't reached that high level. That's different. You know what I mean? Like that's different in that stage. But for Cody Rhodes, if he loses to Rock, if he loses to Roman, he'll still be fine because I definitely think he's going to get the title back eventually. But should those people beat Cody? There's a difference between what we want and what should happen. Right. Like you may not want it to happen, but it doesn't mean that it should happen or it couldn't happen. Like I don't want The Rock to beat Cody Rhodes for the championship. I think that would be stupid. Can it happen? It absolutely can happen. So I just don't know. I don't know what direction they're going to possibly go in. That's just what makes it. So it makes it interesting. WrestleMania season is going to be a little bit interesting and see where it starts to pick up. I mean, maybe they don't even do Rock versus Roman versus Cody. They could just do Cody versus Randy. They could do Cody versus Cena. They could do Cody versus Punk for all we know. We don't know. Cody could face somebody else. So.
I got a question for y'all before we get out of here, man. I've had a conversation with other people. If Roman and Cody run it back, who do you think should win that match?
Cody. I think.
Thank you.
But I think
Thank
Cody
you.
would.
Thank
I
you.
think Cody got to win clean.
He got to win clean.
Thank you.
And then afterwards, and end the match with like 10 minutes left of Mania, and then have Maivia do the most brutal beatdown on Roman that we've seen.
That would be elite, though.
That's how I do it. 10 minutes of just Maivia's bloodline just killing Roman.
I think Cody.
Thank you.
I love you, Solo. I love.
Just because Roman had his time as the guy, and he had his peak. Realistically, they built Roman up to pass that spot to somebody else when it was time, and the spot is Cody's. So Cody's time to give up that spot isn't time right now. He just got it. It's his time to get the run as the guy, whether people like him or not. It just is. So, yes, if they had another one-on-one match, it should be no bloodline, no interference, because Roman to the stage now where he doesn't have the same character as he did when he was the heel bloodline. I think he wants to do it by himself now at this stage. So, Cody should win to be the better man, to really push him as he's the number one guy. He's QB number one. He is the undisputed face of the WWE. And Roman Reigns will still be Roman Reigns at the end of the day. He's not going to be affected in any way. He's still going to be a guy who tells great stories. He's still going to be very valuable to the company. He's still going to be featured as one of their top guys. He just won't be the guy anymore, which he doesn't have to be at this stage. He's the last 4 years, what he's done, you could say maybe the greatest peak you've ever seen from a WWE superstar, and maybe the greatest world championship reign you've ever seen, just based off of what we've seen from him the last 4 years and what he's been able to contribute with the storyline, the match quality, the character work, the people he's helped bring along the way within the story to help uplift them, like Sami Zayn, like Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and many others, Cody Rhodes included. Like, Roman Reigns doesn't really need to be the number one guy anymore. It's Cody's spot now. So, yes, if they were to have that one-on-one match, that should be like the real passing of the torch. Like, all right, Cody, it's your time now. It really is your time now. Like, you're the guy. It's yours now. You got it. It's yours.
That's what I've been trying to tell my homies, but they don't listen to me. I'm like, this is why y'all not
it's
creators.
Because, I think it's just, and mainly just because people have certain biases about who they like, and they want their favorites to win, and they don't want their non-favorites to be in certain spots they don't like. How that plays into it. Certain people who don't like certain people, they don't want them to succeed. That's why you got haters. You know what I mean? So certain people don't want certain people to be up there because they just don't like them. So anything they do, they're not going to give them credit for. That went for Roman when he was champion. It went for Cena when he was the guy. That went for Cody right now. It goes forever, and it's an ongoing cycle. You see it all the time. That's why they say haters you gotta hate. You gotta have haters. You gotta have supporters. You know what I mean? Like certain people aren't gonna like certain people. What you gonna do? Certain people are just gonna appeal to different audiences. But from a booking perspective, it would make the most sense for Cody to get that win. He needs it more between the two. If you're looking at who really needs it more, the answer is Cody Rhodes.
It's Cody. I fully agree.
Yeah, Roman's been there, done that. You gotta give Cody the win.
All right, fellas, we're gonna go ahead and hop off here. Thank you guys for coming through. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Look out for the pod every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern time zone. Make sure you guys come on, man. We'll be back next week with a special interview that we have planned next week. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Trent, appreciate you for coming on. That's been it too.